like country music. I love country girls. I like Willie Nelson. And don't forget about Merle. There's only one thing that I hate, 'cause it's a bunch of crap. I hate rap. I like NASCAR racing. Richard Petty is the king. Some call me a redneck, but you know that's a beautiful thing. There's only one thing that I hate, 'cause it's a bunch of crap. I hate rap. Rap is crap.
Let's kick some ass.
There's George Gatton with Rap is Crap by the West Texas Rednecks.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Kickin' Ass with Jesse.
And Andy.
Brought to you by American Barbell Club.
Yep, and that is where you go. It is abcstrong.com, and you can buy wrist wraps, knee wraps, you can buy shirts, you can buy sweatshirts,
Yeah,
you can
Cap,
buy hats.
how much you dig that zip-up hoodie?
What?
How much you dig that zip-up hoodie?
Oh, I love that zip-up hoodie. It's warm as hell.
Yeah, we got, me and Kev Sport, we got a zip-up American Barbell Club hoodies, which in the Buffalo wintertime are just a fucking godsend.
Kev got something that I didn't get.
Oh, yeah.
John?
Yeah, it's me neither. Yeah, I got 2 fanny packs, but I have no little bag.
I have 0 fanny packs and no bag.
Yeah, 0 bag.
I needed a bag like that for years.
It's just like a little tiny backpack.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I don't have one. I don't know. I wish I knew it was awesome.
Check it out, ABC. They're awesome.
Yeah. So today, we're strategically going to try to talk about wrestling the least. This is going to be a podcast basically based on everything else that this podcast is supposed to be, because we always talk about wrestling all the time.
It's like movies and fitness.
Yeah,
right?
it's like movies, fitness, and music.
Yeah.
Is what we're going to rock today.
Yeah.
We do have
Special guest commentator.
a guest by the name of Puff.
Yes, you do. I'm here.
Yeah.
Puffy Rhodes, the most over man in the world.
He's the guy that we see movies with the most. So
You'll recognize him from also reoccurring guest.
I have been on here
Yeah.
twice, maybe?
3 times.
3. Oh,
Once as a guest, and then Puff Marshall
yeah.
appearances.
Yeah.
But you may recognize him for our Instagram photos when we work out. Puff doing the splits.
Yeah. I just posted one of him sitting on my chest the other day.
Farting your brains out.
He squeezed a fart out of me. A real harsh one.
I tried real hard to do that, so
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked.
It came out real hard. So
Somebody recommended the other day, like I hate this stuff, but I guess it would help us a lot to tell people to rate and subscribe on iTunes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I guess like rating us helps a lot, which I feel like subscribing to iTunes is a given. Yeah, if you could, guys, subscribe on iTunes, that helps us. But if you could give us a rating on there, that's like huge. I don't know. I hate that whole conversation of like you're trying to build your brand, like your brand talk. I don't know. It's like I just like doing cool shit, and you know what I mean. Like if you enjoy it, follow along. I'm not trying to like do something just to make money. You know what I mean? Yeah. But rate and subscribe does help.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Go ahead. Rate and do it. We dare you. How about that? We'll challenge you.
Yeah, what do you think? You think you're fucking tough? Do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you come up with something? Maybe I'll rate that.
I'll subscribe if you're fucking lucky.
Yeah. How about that, bud?
That just got me to take my hoodie off.
I did, just to start talking about it, I did just watch a movie the other day about, there's this if you guys are music heads and play, if you're like a musician and stuff, there's a pedal company called Death by Audio out of Brooklyn, New York, and they make like a bunch of effects pedals and stuff. There was a documentary about this space that they owned where they actually did everything in-house. They had like a recording studio, they built the pedals there, they had a venue, they lived there, and then Vice came in and legit just said, all right guys, see ya, and kicked these guys out of their like art space, basically where they did all this like cool shit, and said we're gonna build offices there. But
Vice just like built like an office there.
yeah, and the year before, Vice said the coolest venue in New York is Death by Audio, and then they literally put them out of business.
And then took it over.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
But I mean, the pedal company is still there. They just had to find apartments to live in and stuff
But
like
wait.
that. But they did all the stuff out of in-house thing. And just to get to it, me saying to start your own thing, like in that they kind of like say that like every cool city has that like punk ran spot that like people did cool shit. Like in Buffalo, we had this place called the Funeral Home for a while. When I was a kid, we had a place called the Headquarters, where it was just a bunch of punks owned a house. They put shows on. It was cool as hell.
Or like CBGBs in New York City when it first started.
That was a club in a bar.
Oh, okay.
This is like
Even smaller.
run by like kids basically.
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah, so there's that. Now we have like Sugar City in Buffalo, which is a venue that's kind of like that, an art space and stuff like that.
It was a documentary you watched?
Yeah, it was cool as hell. It was on Hulu. I've been rocking
I was going to
Hulu
say, you've
lately.
been killing Hulu documentaries.
Hulu is
said,
it's
like,
pretty strong right
There
now.
was an L7 one.
There's a sick L7 documentary. There's a sick Gilbert Godfrey one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Gilbert.
Yeah, like Jordan Buckley like texted me the other day. He's like, you have to watch the Gilbert Godfrey documentary.
I want to see it.
It's amazing. And then the Dana Carvey show documentary that's on Hulu is insane.
That's like 3 killers right there.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. The L7 one is good. It's not great. Like they don't like get into like the crazy like drug problems and stuff like that. Like the stuff that like probably killed that band.
Yeah, it kind of kept it positive.
They kind of. I think it was because they.
We all just turned out Kevin Bennett for a Starburst real quick.
What was crazy too is he
real
offered
bummed.
up a pink one too, which is like
that's a real good one.
a pink is like
That's a good find.
Yeah.
If it would have been orange, I understand.
yeah.
Takes in the top 3 at least.
He got a hard
Top 3 out of 4.
He got a hard pass 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. But yeah, like the L7 documentary, it was like cool. They kind of just got into like touring. They didn't talk about Warped Tour, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, they were on the first Warped Tour.
Yeah,
Melody
they were
Fair in
fucking
Buffalo.
awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, those are great documentaries.
You also watched something the other day, which I wanted to segue into. An old animation, heavy metal.
Oh yeah, animation's so
it's
good.
the first rated R animation I ever saw before.
Oh, dude,
It's from the 90s, right?
Yeah. This segues into 2 things. Like,
Yes,
'cause we talk about 3 things. We talk about music in it. We talk about the movie. Like the John Candy one is pretty far fetched. Like the kid that turns into like a muscle guy, but he does
And he
pump
goes
a
off-
lot in it. There's a lot of Bush in that scene,
Yeah.
which is great.
It's-
Like cartoon Bush
It's straight
is
up.
awesome.
It's the first time I ever saw a nudity cartoon.
Oh, dude,
I was at my aunt's house, and I liked going there because they had the movie channels
Yeah.
on their cable box, and I was just flipping through, and it was the taxi. Was Bruce Willis the voice of the taxi driver?
I don't think so. This guy's voice was like, well, I don't think Bruce Willis was a thing then.
Maybe it was Demi Moore. I think no, it was Demi Moore. I think was maybe the voice of the chick.
I would even say that's even far fetched.
Really? I know
Yeah.
there's more people in it than John Candy. There's a bunch.
I'll look it up right now. But
All
go
right,
ahead,
I'll keep talking. At my aunt's house, thumbing through the channels, and I seen like this like adult looking cartoon, which I'd never seen before in my life, and then there was straight boobs. Like
Yeah.
nudity, and I was like,
It was like the first time I got fully erect to a cartoon.
yeah, super weird feeling because you don't know what's going on and you feel really strange about it. But the cartoon like
I didn't feel strange about it at all.
It's basically a bunch of short stories, isn't it?
Yeah,
and there's
kind
like
of.
this like ball that comes down from outer space, and it's super cool, man.
Yeah, I mean this movie came out in 1981.
Oh, it's from 81.
Yeah, that's
shit.
way before.
Dude. The animation, it still holds up. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like,
And the music rocks.
I feel like if I ever have a documentary made about my life, it'll
you
be
want these dudes to make it?
to animate it. It won't. My life in by big what is it called? Biographical form is a cartoon. It's not.
It's not real life.
It's not real life
It wouldn't be able
at all.
I back that 100%.
Yeah. We've got a full cast here.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this. John Candy.
Oh, you guys might know Don Franks. The first name.
You may recognize Don Franks in there.
I've never heard of.
It doesn't back up what we're saying at all.
Yeah.
I don't recognize anybody besides John Candy.
John Candy.
That's all I got. Fuck. I could have sworn there was more. Eugene Levy.
Oh, Eugene Levy is great. Oh, he played Captain Stern. That's cool. Joe Flaherty. You might know Joe Flaherty as the guy in Happy Gilmore that goes, "You jackass!"
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
I think that's about it. But it's fucking sweet, man.
It's
Sweet. It's the first time.
Harold Ramis. He's Egon. You might know Egon from Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
That's it. So the movie's awesome.
Heavy metal kicks in.
The fucking soundtrack has like a sick song called Heavy Metal by Sammy Hagar.
Blue Oyster Cult has a song
Blue
on
Oyster
there.
Cult's on it. The guitar player that got kicked out of the Eagles, Don Felder, has 2 songs on it.
Fuck yeah.
Donald Fagen from Steely Dan has a song on it. Journey has a song on it. This is all coming off the top of my head because I've been listening to it nonstop since I watched the movie. Anyways, here's the thing. You want to watch a cool cartoon movie that has a rockin' soundtrack and you can get some tugs in? Watch Heavy Metal because it is fucking awesome. And then there was Heavy Metal 2000, which came out in 2000, which has Joan Severance in it the entire time, she was the chick that she was always drawn. Like, people would always draw her naked. She was very attractive, very hot. Definitely had bush, I'm pretty sure. She was more of like a landing strip person. Because it was like 2000.
Yeah, it started coming around.
Yeah.
Is Heavy Metal 2000 any good? I've never even heard of it.
I don't remember it at all.
Whenever it gets referenced, I always just hear referencing the first
I will look up that soundtrack because I'm pretty sure White Zombie had a song on every soundtrack right around that time.
True that. Did you ever see the Rob Zombie cartoon? I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But there's
the wrestling one.
Yeah, there's like a big wrestling luchadors. I randomly found it. I liked it.
Really?
There's a scene with like a whole bunch of like naked chicks.
Oh,
and
like Julie Severance.
That's her name?
I think was the chick's name, yeah.
Okay. The zombie cartoon has a scene with a bunch of naked chicks, and like there's a song, and in the song they're saying like it's okay to like jerk off right now and it's okay to be turned down. It's actually pretty cool. Creative. Yeah.
So I got the Heavy Metal 2000 soundtrack here, and there's some sick stuff on it. A band called FAKKU, so FAK U, has the opening song on it. Monster Magnet, MDFMK, which I don't remember that at all. Pantera.
Really?
A band called Zilch.
Does it say what Pantera song's on there?
Immortally Sane.
Oh.
I think it was just for this. Insane Clown Posse and Twisted have a song on there.
Yes.
System of a Down, Days of the New, Sinistar, Queens of Stone Age, Machine Head,
That's crazy.
Full Devil Jacket, Hate Department, Puya, Apartment 26, Billy Idol, Cold Chamber, and Bauhaus all have songs on it. Very cool.
That rips. 2 things real quick. The Rob Zombie movie's called The Haunted World of El Superbeasto, if you want to check it out. And do you remember the Demon Knight soundtrack?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, you want to talk...
was also Tug Time.
The first one?
There was some tug stuff in that movie, I remember.
Because I remember the second one's like about a bordello.
Oh, maybe it was the second one.
Yeah, the second one's with Dennis Leary. The first one's with Billy Zane's the heel, and he's amazing.
Okay.
But the
Pantera.
Cemetery Gates is on Demon Knight.
Yeah, right here.
What
are you looking at?
Just some dude doing vape tricks.
Oh,
But like purposely bad. He's just like, look at these vape tricks, and then he just
blowing a lot of smoke
really
and putting his hands through them.
yeah.
that one. That's a good soundtrack.
Dude, Biohazard's on there.
Pantera, Ministry, Machine Head, Megadeth, Melvins, Rollins Band, Biohazard, Sepultura, Filter, and Gravediggers.
And the Gravedigger song is amazing.
Yeah.
I think the Sepultura song is good too, Policia, because it was
yeah.
This is when they actually made songs just for soundtracks, and like they
That
were
song's
badass.
on. I think that song's on KSAD.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a badass song. That whole song, I'm going to listen to that as soon as we're done here, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
We're losing Puff here because we're talking all 80s and 90s. So he's looking at vape videos.
I was on Facebook, just the weird shit flying through my timeline.
What was when we played Fibbage, Puff's good one-liner was like, you got to tell a secret about yourself, and it was, I secretly vape.
I got so mad. Like, I straight up was like, if this is real,
You were
like,
gonna
straight
fight
up,
me.
you and I
You
were
said
gonna
you were gonna
fist
throw.
I'm gonna, super mad at you.
yeah, I was like legit ready to fist fight.
It's like you're
It
like,
could have been true. Like I could secretly vape still.
I
It was
would
false.
whoop your ass, dude.
What if I just showed up to the studio just right now and I just pulled out like a
when we
And then, like, the worst thing is when they, like, when vape puffs have...
vape puffs?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'll call it a plume. I'll call it by its real name.
is that what they're really called?
Yeah, they call it a plume.
Oh God! I thought it was clouds or whatever.
Cloud or
I
whatever.
hate when the guy's like, oh, it's Cinnabon flavored.
I always
they
tell
say
people
something
like I
that.
come up with stupid shit like, oh shit, is that mashed potato and gravy flavor?
Yeah.
Is that Doritos nacho cheese flavor? Like stuff like that.
That's when we went to dinner for your 40th birthday. Your dad kept sneaking off and vaping.
Oh, my God.
And but I didn't know. And like him and Wes were like making jokes about it. And I was like, yeah, it smells like a candle or something. And Wes is like, yeah, it's a candle. Like I didn't know what was going on. It was awesome.
It was just like
The switch.
Bennett randomly has a microphone sitting around that looks like a vape box.
Yeah.
A vape box.
It kills me. I remember I was in like Erie, Pennsylvania once. There was like a mall there, and like this dude took like the nastiest hit off of his vapor, and then went into like
Extremely
the
large
foyer,
cloud.
and then blew it in the foyer, and it filled the entire foyer. And I just held the door, like I just on the other side, and the guy was like, "Let me in." And I was like, no. And I just held the door like that. And then like when it like died down, I finally like let the guy in. And he was like, dude, why the fuck did you stop? I was like, I'm not walking through that shit.
I don't care.
I live in it,
I don't
man.
care if it smells like candy apple. There's no way it's
Yeah.
good for you.
Like, you fucking retard.
It's
Like,
disgusting. That's so gross.
Yeah.
The worst is like the smoke is like so like obnoxiously.
I think he had kids
big.
with him too.
Sweet. Really sweet.
So there you go, man.
One,
That's what you deserve. Your kids need to just live with your vape, dude. You did that to them. I'm waiting until I have lung cancer because I'm suing my parents. Mm-hmm. The minute I have fucking lung cancer, because my parents smoked for fucking 18 years of my life. 19 years around me in cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, I always
get
think
lung
that's
cancer.
crazy. Like you just
I'm suing them.
like the baby can't go anywhere when you got a baby in the back seat
Yeah.
and you're smoking a cigarette. Like
I'm suing them.
that kid is just sucking in cigarette
Well, that's-
smoke.
Yeah, when me and Andy were kids, like they didn't realize secondhand smoke was so dangerous yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, we took a lot of that.
I'm suing them.
Yeah,
How about
we got a case.
I told them ages ago. I told them when I was like 15,
Like, so you guys
12
know.
maybe. Like, I'm suing them.
I'll
If
see
I
you in
ever get
court.
lung cancer, I'm fucking suing you guys.
because I'm straight edge and I got lung cancer.
Yeah. Straight up.
We,
Sorry.
Here's a segment that hasn't been brought up in a while. Frankie the Mobster, riding in the car with him. We were on a roll there of like 4 or 5 Frank. We talked about Frankie for like 5 episodes in a row.
We've
fallen off
to
now
tie
for 2
this
or
in,
3.
he loves movies. He's an actor, and he has a really good movie collection.
Yeah.
So this kind of segues.
Well,
Not fully about wrestling.
Well, I was just tying it in with driving with him in a car when he vapes and smokes cigarettes. Like legit, I'm riding in his passenger seat. I told this story on here before. He was
so
like
excessive.
He was driving and reloading his vape box at the same time, and the jelly squirted all over both of us. And then he would literally vape and then smoke a cigarette. I was like, dude, what the fuck, man?
I like that you call it a vape box and you call the appearance of jelly.
It is. It's like a jelly they put in there.
I just like to think that it's like actual grape jelly or something they're putting in
That's
there.
all it is. That's what it smelled like. We like smelled like the grape flavor, whatever the fuck it was, the whole day. It sucked. And then the guy's like,
all over
the one healthy thing, like we just got done working out, and we bought. His gym had these fucking awesome like meal
those
prep
meals.
Yeah, it was like white rice, steak, like vegetables, and like he like ate like maybe half of it, and then, like, and then just smoked and vaped.
I've never seen him eat.
Yeah,
for a guy for a guy that is like that, just huge.
Yeah.
Oh, we went out to breakfast with him.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you would think that this guy is eating.
Yeah, I'm eating.
Like he's thinking about eating right now.
Exactly, and he's 3 times my size. I think one time I've seen him eat like a burrito he obviously got on the way to the show, but like we had never see him eat ever.
It's insane.
Just
that he
just
is that
niacin, straight niacin.
Yeah, he just eats niacin. That's all it takes.
When it's like you ever see it when it's like spreading down his body, like only like down to like. The middle of his back is red because he hasn't got to the lower half of his body yet.
He is just a monster.
He's the best.
I like that everybody's like, when you say Frankie the Mobster, they're like, you mean monster? Like, no, mobster.
Yeah.
Not monster.
It should be, like, because that was like his old gimmick. You ever see when he used to wear like long pleather pants and stuff? Now it needs to be monster.
Okay,
now.
Laura is saying that he was always that big.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
I watched a match the other day between him.
He's like kind of jacked, but like not like he is now.
Who was it? Him versus. Oh, it was him versus Steen. Like
probably
Kevin
CZW
Steen.
or something.
And he is tiny.
Yeah, when he first.
He's not big.
All the Canadian guys say when he first started, he was like super tiny. And then he just got gigantic. Jesus. But like, I mean, when they say, I think because he was like really skinny, like 150 pounds, like so you can see he's like kind of jacked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now he
was
just
about
like,
$180.
Yeah, now he's like gigantor. Like I think they just thought he was gigantic compared to what he was.
He also, every time he sees me, he's like, "Oh, you're getting bigger." And I'm just like, I'm literally not big right now at all. And he's like. Yeah, I'm like, what are you at? He's like, I'm at about 230. I looked at him. I was like, you're lying.
Well, right now, last time we saw him, he was like 250. Yeah. He says he's trying to get up to like 280 or something.
He said that he was 230 last time I saw him. He literally took me aside and he goes,
angry.
He goes, I'm pretty small right now. I'm pretty lean. I'm 230.
He definitely. Last time we saw him, he definitely.
What?
Yeah, he was saying because he told me like 250.
I was like, you are fucking huge. Just look at your ass and your quads, like alone. You're a fucking monster.
And just trying to get 20 pounds heavier.
Yeah, just trying to put me over, make me feel better.
Well, when he very first saw it, because he came up to our group, we were talking, and he just shoves you.
Yeah, just straight up shoved me. I was like, what are you doing, man?
And then we had fucking, we had local Buffalo referee Andrew Mullen was with us.
Yeah.
It's like his big opportunity at Smash. Like, he got, Jimmy Corderas couldn't do the show, so they called Mullen. He's like super nervous, and Mullen's trying to be like, hi, I'm Andrew. Like, fucking. Yeah. Like Frankie literally just blows past his handshake and goes, yeah, and just like hugs him and kisses him. Yeah. Just like kayfabe Mullen's handshake and just hugged him.
Do you think this is really kind of scary to talk about? Because like, if you guys heard, like he was on Colt's podcast or whatever, like Frankie,
one of the best podcasts you'll ever listen to. You have to listen to.
He's a depressed dude. Like,
yeah, I mean, he's obviously
talk about it. Like, the hug thing isn't like a new thing, but I've noticed that he's hugging everybody now.
Yeah.
I almost feel like he thinks he's on his last hurrah.
I kind of like, it does kind of make me nervous. I feel like this is dark territory.
It's so dark.
Like, it makes me nervous. Like,
well,
when
because we care about a friend. It's okay.
Yeah.
He's our buddy.
Like, right now, like, I'm not going to see him again for a while. Like, it makes me nervous, like, not seeing him.
Yeah.
I feel like I should write it. Because I usually write on Facebook, and I feel like I should write and check in with him.
Yeah.
He's, like, kicking ass now. Like, he did.
Yeah, he's fucking
Did
awesome.
he tell you about, like, the rape scene he did in that show?
Okay. He's kicking ass in a rape scene.
No, he had this,
in lieu of like what's happening right now in the United States of America.
He was real excited about it. It's like a French show because he's in Montreal.
Yeah,
he did like a television show, like a big television show up there, and I guess this chick is like Puff's got the flu. This chick is like a monster baby face up there, like on this show, and Frankie did like a scene where he raped her, and like he said it got him like tons of like he says there's like old ladies like giving him dirty looks at the grocery store, but he's getting like all kinds of work off of it now because it was like such a big deal.
Jesus.
Yeah. So guys, he's kicking ass.
Yeah, he's kicking ass, he's raping people. And
He was like real excited about the rape scene he did in this show, and like he's like posting.
sketchy.
I mean, like on his Facebook, he's been posting all kinds of like acting work he's been doing. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully he keeps it up.
I'm hopefully not the rape.
I mean,
hope that
maybe in a different direction.
Everything else happens.
What's his line in Bad Santa 2? It's like,
I've always wanted to fuck me a Santa.
I've always wanted to fuck me a Santa. Yeah, I've still never seen it.
Which is great.
Is he just dressed like
him?
Yeah, like himself?
Yeah. Well,
Like a tank
not
top?
what we know of. He's just dressed like a normal man.
He's in his wrestling gear.
Yeah.
With the gauntlets and the snake on his head.
Yeah.
He looks so scary.
Oh, yeah.
He's so scary.
I took that video when the last Smash Wrestling show, the promoter was doing like this. Like, we're all sitting in chairs. The promoter's like sitting on the ring apron doing the pre-show speech. And Frankie's sitting right in front of me with no shirt on. He took his shirt off.
Really?
Within 5 minutes, he was there. And I called him out about it. And I was like, Frankie, where's your shirt? And he just goes, I'm jacked. I don't need a shirt. And I was like, yeah, it's a good point, man. So he's sitting in front of me shirtless. But he I love Frankie. I'm not ripping on him here. Like, you know, he loves attention, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, we're all sitting down for the meeting, and he, like, walks in front of everybody without his shirt on with the snake, like, a live snake around his head, because he obviously wanted everybody to look at him.
Yeah.
And then he sat in the chair right in front of me with a snake on his head, and Mullen was, like, right next to him.
Dude,
it turns out Mullen liked the snake, but I figured he was terrified.
Mullen's response to that was like, Mullen, man, you were really paying attention to that snake. He goes, oh, it was like the first opportunity I had with a snake. I had to go for it. That's what he said, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
In the video, he's like,
Yeah. Just like,
He looks
probably more scared of Frankie than the snake. Turns out
Yeah.
Mullen likes snakes. I figured he was terrified.
He was looking for the right opportunity for him and a snake to become friends. That is basically what he said.
Shout out to Andrew Mullen and his snake.
Big Mo.
Big Mo.
Yeah, we turned him into Big Mo that trip.
He killed that night. I thought he did really good.
Yeah, that was good for him.
All right, let's stay away from that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like talking about Frankie.
We didn't really talk about wrestling. We didn't mention wrestling really one time there. We just talked about a buddy in wrestling.
Yeah.
Vaping and smoking.
Yeah.
That's how we segued.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. I saw Hostels last night. I don't want to give anything away because he didn't see it yet.
Did you, Puff? You didn't go, did you?
I did go.
Oh, you did go? Is it good?
It was good. I liked it.
Why can't it's a western?
Yeah.
With Christian Bale, and I can't
Yeah.
picture it in my head for some reason.
I've been asking you to go see it for a while.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
You have to.
Opening scene, though.
It's fucking gnarly.
Yeah. He said
The
it's
first 2
really
minutes
badass.
is one of the gnarliest. Like I was stressed out 5.5 minutes in.
That's great.
Like legit stressed out.
I'll shout out to MoviePass here. So basically, I lost my wallet and I lost my MoviePass card. I wrote to the customer. What happens is if you lose your MoviePass card, you write to customer service and then they'll send you a new card in the mail. So I'm waiting on that. But if you go to the movies while you're waiting, you just send them a picture of like your stub and they'll refund you. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, they're it's a hell of a company.
They got good shit going
We've
on.
been seeing a lot of stuff lately. What have we seen lately?
Paddington 2 we went to
Oh,
see.
dude, Paddington 2.
I feel like
Awesome.
you just got Andy on like
Paddington 2 was great.
He's been talking about
It
Paddington
was
2 for a
fucking
long time.
awesome.
Hugh Grant.
good
Hugh
movie.
Grant killed it. I
Yeah.
thought so.
He was awesome.
He's the heel.
Do you hated Paddington 2?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it was all right.
Yeah.
He told.
I mean, it wasn't as
asked-
good as the Commuter. I liked the Commuter a lot.
Commuter was great. Puff went into the Commuter going, I hate Liam Neeson.
I mean, I just have never gotten into Liam Neeson, so I had
Yeah.
like no opinion.
The first Taken.
I've never seen any of the Takens.
great.
and, like,
Fuck man.
I like them all.
The Gray.
Yeah, the Gray
I never
was
saw
awesome.
the Gray either. That's the thing. I've never seen like any Liam Neeson movies.
Why don't you go
I saw
back?
fucking Ted though. I do not like Ted. I don't
Go
like
back in
Family
time.
Guy humor at all.
Go back in time and watch a little movie called Dark Man, featuring Liam
Oh
Neeson.
yeah. It's based off a comic book. It's like a '90s comic book.
I think I've seen Darkman.
7th grade.
Or Darkman 2, Die Darkman Die.
Okay, 7th grade. I was Dark Man on Halloween.
Oh really?
Nobody knew.
And
I was the only person.
Mr. Giggles was the heel.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Mr. Giggles, the horror movie?
Yeah. That dude's
Dr. Giggles. I'm sorry, Dr.
Yeah,
Giggles.
that dude's name is Larry.
Darkman.
Fuck, man.
I love that you know Dr.
His name's
Giggles.
Larry
shoot
something.
name.
Larry something. He died not that long ago.
He had the cigar cutter, and he would cut
Yeah.
people's fingers off with it.
Yeah.
This is in Darkman, not Dr. Giggles.
Larry. Oh my God! If Wes was here, he would know. Anyways,
Really?
yeah, Larry something.
Puff, I feel like it's kind of rough for you to say.
No, talk about that. Not today.
Puff goes, I hate Liam Neeson, but I've never seen any Liam Neeson movies.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of can't really do that, man. It's not how this works.
Larry Drake.
Larry Drake. I was right.
Oh yeah,
Larry
I'm
something.
just looking up Darkman.
Yeah. Darkman's great.
Thanks, bro. Good looking out, Puff.
What else
I've
did we
definitely
see
seen
lately?
Darkman.
What else did we see lately? Paddington 2.
You said Commuter was
Commuter is awesome.
Yeah.
Like a great story.
Oh, you know, I don't have my wallet. I have like all my movie stubs in my wallet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a very 21-year-old thing to do.
No, I just always stick them in there.
Yeah.
I have one from May at Last, a portrait of the Avett Brothers.
Oh.
From when I went to see it, when it was only in
love
theaters
the
for one
Avett
day. Yeah.
Oh,
Who just posted something about the Avett Brothers?
It just
Me, probably.
It just debuted on HBO.
Yeah.
the documentary.
Someone big just posted something about Avett Brothers, and I almost sent it to you this morning. It was like, yo.
Was it like Judd Apatow?
Because he made the documentary.
Because he
It wasn't. No.
the
It was
director.
like Austin Aries or someone like that.
Oh. I mean, they were just on Fallon, and they were on that Megyn Kelly thing.
Oh, you know who it was? It was Nash. It was Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash?
Yeah.
He's an Avett Brothers fan?
Yeah, he like posted a bunch
big
of
pop from
he
Puff.
posted a bunch of lyrics, and then the video for it. Yeah.
I saw that Ace Romero dude posted a bunch of stuff one night with Avett Brothers lyrics.
Yeah.
He must
Oh
like
yeah.
him.
Also, MoviePass will document exactly all the movies that you've seen.
Oh, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah. That you have seen.
We talk about it all the time, but for those of you who don't know, if you go to a lot of movies, MoviePass, they don't sponsor us.
Yeah, you
they
go
should.
to history.
If you go to one movie a month,
Yeah.
MoviePass is worth it.
Because when we went to go see Jumanji, our ticket.
Oh, we saw Jumanji.
Yeah, we saw Jumanji. It was my ticket was $12, and MoviePass is $10 a month.
Yeah.
Or if you want, you can pay for the year, and it turns out to be like $7-8 a month.
My history of everything I've ever watched on MoviePass. Just came up.
Rewinding all the way back to Creed, which was like Thanksgiving 2 years ago.
Ant-Man. What is that? The Fighter?
Oh yeah, good
Oh,
movie.
Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yep,
Yeah.
we got a lot going on there.
Yeah. So we did.
All the way up to Jumanji.
Yeah.
Jumanji's great. Like,
Oh, All the Money in the World
All the Money in the World was really good.
was awesome.
oh yeah, we went and saw that during like a blizzard.
The Shape of Water might be my favorite movie of last year.
Yeah,
Yes.
I haven't seen a lot of movies in the theater twice, and we saw Shape of Water twice. It's definitely got to be up there for movie of the year.
Movie that sucked the most that we saw, I would say the Dahmer movie.
The Dahmer movie was it was okay.
not
It was
good.
very okay.
My friend Dahmer was disappointing. There was no like rise.
You don't. It's like it's
just.
Yeah.
Like
they don't show anything.
Yeah, you don't have to see it. It's I don't know. It's
I would go as far as saying don't see it.
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause
Fuck my friend
Basically-
Dahmer. Don't give that person any money. whoever
basically,
made
it's
it.
like he turns into a serial killer. Like movie ends. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of.
Murder on the Orient Express might be my number 2 on that one. It was
Yeah.
real bad.
Oh,
Did,
bad.
I don't think. Did you come with us, Puff?
I did not. I never saw that.
Laura wanted to see it. Let's just hate on Laura here for a second. She picks.
Yes.
She picks bad movies.
Yeah.
That was Laura's idea to go see it. Puff goes, oh. She picks bad movies. She wanted to see it, and it was a real snoozer.
I got one in my history that I'm pretty sure that neither of you have seen, and it's a little movie called Coco.
Yeah,
And
keep putting it over.
It is incredible, and I need to see it again before it leaves theaters.
Is it still in theaters?
Gone.
I think is it gone for sure?
not
I'm gonna check MoviePass.
That's
I'm gonna go
because
see it.
movies
right now.
technically stay.
Leave.
They only stay for like 4 months. For like 4 weeks, if that. Dude, we went to go.
It all depends
When
on-
we went to go see Jumanji, it was still sold out.
Yeah.
Like we had.
There's a bunch of movies. Like,
Yeah,
we
they'll
try-
keep movies around for a long time
If
if
they're
it's
doing
doing
well.
well. But like I think right now, like there's only one showing of Hostels left,
oh, really?
and that came out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Coco. Sorry to interrupt, but Coco is playing At 4:15 at Maple Ridge. So I am actually going to leave right now and go see it.
I got 30,
right down the road.
30 minutes.
They got it. They had a Quaker at 4 and Maple Ridge at 4:15. Hopefully, it's still there tomorrow.
Coco, I do want to. Everyone says it's like amazing.
It's really good.
It's like really sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really sad, but it ends well.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
It's a just wholesome movie. It's good for the whole family.
It's a good wholesome movie. I want to put over the podcast for a second.
Okay.
I did. Me and Laura did a teleconference yesterday for Impact Wrestling, and it was like I had no idea what to expect. It was like a Thursday, like 1 p.m. They told us it was going to be like 45 minutes long. I didn't know what it was, but it was basically they do them every week, and it's like a media call, and they just have people call in with questions. Yeah. So like podcasters called in, like good brother Mike from PWI Insider called in, our boy Big Ray Hernandez called in a couple times. There was like international calls, like a couple from New Zealand, like a bunch from the UK, and like I straight up got a bunch of podcast questions. That like made my fucking day. That was awesome. Like to get podcast questions.
What were the questions?
The one dude just asked. He just basically said he was like a big fan of the podcast, which popped me big time, so I didn't see that coming. And then he just basically asked us like how we started it, like what the idea was behind it.
Yeah.
And I just told him how, you've been in the band from Buffalo for a while, and I've been wrestling in Buffalo for a while, so like we just combined the two, and yeah, it was awesome.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Then it just comes together, and then you do a podcast where you don't talk about wrestling one time. Because all you do is talk about wrestling.
Yeah, so you try to incorporate a little more movies and a little more
The
fitness.
worst thing ever is right now, if all the wrestling fans that listen to this, if I was like, all right, guys, all you guys that have been asking those questions about my my pedal board, well, here we go.
I know you're dying to know.
If you guys want to know what Andy Williams' guitar sound is, well, here it is. And then everyone's
tricks of the trade.
We're going to turn this right off right now.
This went down a real boring hole real quick.
I use coaxial cable. It's just this.
Just start talking in a different voice, too.
just the worst nerd guy talk.
Total, like, salesman talk.
Yeah, I practice, 3 to 4 hours a night. I start with a nice light sweep arpeggio.
Submerge.
Today we were like, me and Puff, now is the second time we went to the YMCA together. Mm-hmm. And it is real weird during the day.
We saw Tyler Body there today.
Yeah, we saw.
Oh, really?
We saw. No.
It's Tyler Body 20 years from now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it basically just all like old people, like retired people?
Oh my God, it is. We were
old people,
and I mean, this is me saying this. We were like the youngest.
Yeah,
by years.
Are there? What about, are there like old dudes in the sauna with you guys, or because
there's dick everywhere?
They love the sauna.
There's a lot of dick.
Can you go balls out there?
Not in the sauna. I don't think in the sauna.
Because it says YMCA, but there's like chicks everywhere.
Yeah, the M stands for men.
Oh, really?
Get out.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like.
No, it's like a whole family.
But once you get in the locker room, it is just
dicks and
there's dicks everywhere.
There's so many,
and like you see balls from all directions. Like those things hang, man. Like I feel like my balls don't hang. There's not enough hang in my balls. Like I saw a dude, I saw a dude standing straight up, and I saw his balls from behind.
Oh yeah,
like through his butt cheeks, just a pair of nuts just hanging there.
Yeah, that's the best view.
And like there's just pubes everywhere,
like long gray hairs.
And there was one dude. Did you notice the guy that kept coming in the steam room and like stretching? He was real talkative.
Oh yeah. When you left, he made a bunch of white. You left, and it was me and these two old dudes.
Yeah.
And I was trying to break the silence, like saying, like, oh, they should have like a radio in here or something to listen to music. And guy cuts me off immediately. He was like, no, I come in here for silence. Whoa. No distractions, no TV, no women. And I was like. Okay, and the other guy goes, "Oh,
stop talking."
He says, "No women." He's like, "Yeah, no broads." And he's like, "Oh, so I take it you're married?" And he goes, and he starts telling like a wife joke.
Oh, fuck.
And then he tells the joke. The guy kind of chuckles.
Yeah.
And then it's silent for like 30 seconds, and the guy just awkwardly goes, "Oh, I got a couple more about wives. You want to hear them?" and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, you know me. I love a nice gag." And like it's like old man talking. He just went on.
So his first joke bombed, and then he's like, "I got more."
Here's the best part is too. It's like we were in there for a while, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like I had not eaten that like this morning.
You're hurting.
Yeah, and we were in there, and I'm fucking sweating, and like this is the second time we were in there.
I think so.
Yeah, so like we went out. No. We were in there for a while. We were in there for about 45 minutes at first, like just sweating. And then I go, "Yo, man, I need water." So I go out, I get some water.
This is when the wife jokes happened.
Yes. Yeah, and then instead of going right back in, I'm like, "I'll be right back." I just went in the jacuzzi,
right?
and just chilled in the jacuzzi with like a 63-year-old smoke show.
So they got the steam room. Do they have the dry sauna too?
Yeah,
yes.
Dry sauna.
The dry sauna is home to one man.
There's a dude.
Oh,
there's a man
in there,
like same spot.
He just rocks.
The last time we were there, he's just
rocking though.
Is he rocking?
Yeah, he rocks like this, and he just has his eyes closed, rocking.
I never thought of it. Like the YMCA on like a weekday afternoon has to be real, especially the like saunas and shit.
We went at like noon, like. I don't know. I just thought that was weird. I figured less people would be there, but it was popping.
Dude, and then, like, so we go in. I'm sitting in the jacuzzi. They go in. I sit there. I started straight up getting weird. I was in there for 1 second. Mm-hmm. I was like, I gotta get out of here. And I just sat on a bench. And he's like, I'm going to go soak in the pool. So he goes, like, in the pool. So just sitting on a bench. And, like, the worst part is there's, like, all 70-year-old people. And then, like, Puff, who's 21. And then the next closest dude to him is me, who's 40.
Covered in tattoos.
And I'm just sitting on a bench because I'm like shot.
About to pass out.
And all these people are like swimming and like doing like all these activities. There was this one dude that I tried to fucking weird him out in the jacuzzi. And then I realized that he was wearing shorts and a belt, like an old leather belt, and he was just staring at me. And he got so mad that I was in the jacuzzi. This is while you were telling jokes in the.
Yeah, I was listening.
You're stand up, yeah.
So the guy goes and he reaches for his one sandal. He puts a sandal on under the water. It was like real weird.
It's a very weird move.
He goes to grab the other sandal and he puts it on under the water. And then he just turns, grabs a pair of scissors, and he's holding a pair of scissors in his hand with like with a comb. So I'm just like, why is this dude carrying this shit around? And he stares me in the eye, and he walks out, stares me in the eye, gets out, stares at me like he's pissed that I'm in the fucking.
He just wants you to get out, yeah.
And then he goes in the steam room, and he was just standing in the steam room because one of the dudes came out at that point.
Yeah, and then
I saw a dude just standing against the wall, just like standing there.
So dude's standing in
The
there.
belt guy?
Yeah, this is the belt guy with the scissors. Let's call him Scissor Guy. You know?
Scissor guy.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the steam room, and the other dude leaves me, and it's just me. And I thought something was gonna go down. I thought the dude left for
he's
a
intense,
reason.
dude.
Yeah, this dude is super intense. He's like the sandals thing.
He had stab wounds.
Did he?
Straight up.
Because like that dude came in, and then a dude left to leave just me and this scissor guy alone in the steam room. So I was like prepared because I saw the thing in his hand and it looked kind of. I didn't know it was scissors.
Yeah, it was
then when you
scissors.
told me, I was like, I'm glad I was ready because I sat there. Ready to like block his attack. This dude's just standing there like all intense, holding
scissors in his
and
fucking hand?
Yeah. And he was kind of like hiding them, and I'm like, I see that thing in that motherfucker's hands.
Then
like he's gonna stab me.
He came out. He like came out and just stared at me. I'm talking like a door open, stared me directly in the eyes.
It sounds like he was just waiting for you to get out of
And
the
walking,
jacuzzi.
just staring at me like intense. And then I start noticing the stab wounds. He's got like wounds.
Fuck.
Like, so the guy was in the war or something like that.
We should have jumped his
probably.
ass.
We should have probably fucking
It
jumped
should
him.
have straight up jumped him.
I've been trying to jump someone.
He was trying. He was just trying to
Perfect victim.
He was trying to like out posture me, but there was no fucking way. Like I just stared him dead through his soul.
I wish we should have cornered him at one point.
Yeah, I almost asked him, like, this is the worst. We used to have, this isn't the worst at all because I love him to death, but we used to have Mark Williams, a.k.a. Prison Mark, that used to tour. He used to tour with us. He used to be a guitar tech for us. And Prison Mark was, like, the most intense human being I've ever met in my life, where, like, he would always start loading the minute he left the van. So like we would roll up to a venue, boom, out. You'd hear like the fucking trailer open. You could be driving for 8 hours and just need to stretch. Nope, not for Mark. He gets out. He needs to fucking get moving. Blah blah. So by the time you're in, like half the gear is already loaded in. By the time you're like walking into the venue, and you can hear Mark being like, "The fuck's your problem, dude?" And you're like, "Holy shit!" Like it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, we just
like,
got here.
and you look, and it's like the monitor guy, like trying to pin the stage, like all the like wires on the stage, and like Mark's already beefing with the dude, like right away. And you're like, holy shit! One time, I walked into, we stopped at a truck stop. We go into a truck stop, and I'm like looking at the DVDs, just like trying to just waste time because the drive sucked, and I just hear like. I hear, "You got a fucking problem, old man?" And intense ass Mark is just staring down a man, literally with a walker. The guy has a walker, and the guy is just like looking at Mark like this crazy person is just staring at me. Like I didn't want to be Mark at the YMCA today. I did want to ask that guy like, "You got a fucking problem, old man?" And then have this guy like be like, "Yeah, I do." You know what I mean? And then like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to fuck this 65-year-old dude up."
Yeah, and his scissors.
In the YMCA.
Yeah.
The YMCA full of like families or old
It will
people.
not be fun to stay there anymore.
I'm now no longer allowed in any YMCA's because I fucked up a 68-year-old man.
Have you guys like, because you've gone twice now, have you guys seen like the same people? Because
Well, just the dude.
Just the sauna man.
is that the scissor guy? Oh,
Oh
wait.
no, that's Buddha. The
Sauna man
Buddha.
literally looks like Buddha.
Yeah, Sauna
Okay.
Buddha.
He's
The
a
guy that
robust man.
rocking back and forth.
Yeah,
Okay.
just rocking, just getting his chi,
Eyes closed.
harnessing his chi.
So is like, is like the pool like pretty cold if you like
No.
jump?
No, it's like a good temperature. It's like a
nice.
night. It's
Okay.
refreshing.
Probably like 80.
Yeah.
it
So,
feels
so
like.
you got the hot tub, the pool, dry sauna,
Yeah.
and wet
And
sauna.
steamer.
That's
And then
tight.
so like
It's
today,
nice.
Puff just straight floats.
Yeah.
I don't get it. You're like buoyant.
flotation
I
device.
mean, I'm a very big man. Like, that's what
You're
floats.
super
like,
buoyant.
Yeah.
And like he's just sitting there like
Good word.
there was like a second
Buoyant.
where he was just like floating there and I was like, if right now I feel like I'm the lightest I've ever been. Like I've lost so much weight and
Yeah,
feel like
sweat out.
trash that like I'm like I just straight up sink. And sure enough, like I just let go of the side and just sunk to the bottom.
Puff's floating around.
And I'm just sitting there, just like on the bottom, and I'm like, I keep trying to open my eyes, but my eyes are burning every time I open them, and like, just thinking of like old dead flesh and
Yeah.
like shit,
Definitely what's in
particles,
there.
probably floating around in there.
Probably a lot of pee.
In your eyes now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
and then
of-
like
lot of pee.
I come back up, and then like I go back down again, and then I see his arm like signaling, and then I come up and like the mushrooms
Oh, the
like,
mushroom
went off,
thing, yeah.
and then just some class started,
Yeah.
and this woman is
in
like
the pool.
But like she's on the deck, and then like there's people, and like Body was one of the people, and
Tyler Body was there.
he had a mouth guard in. But yeah, they were doing like the most dainty workout I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life. Like,
it was like
this
almost
woman-
nothing.
Yeah, is it like the aerobics or whatever they do in the
pool
pool?
aerobics.
She was
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to think of like, what's the one thing she did? She like,
It literally
And
was
they're just
just
gotta
like,
get moving, all right? Give them a break. They're just trying to get moving a little bit.
yeah.
it was real weird.
Water
Like her
aerobics,
on the deck.
or gymnastics, whatever they call it.
Yeah, it was real strange.
Yeah.
And like I just started freaking out. Like I can't deal with like real life stuff. I was like, I gotta get the fuck.
Like,
out
this is
of
too
here,
real
man.
for me.
This is
Too
like, too real.
go.
Like I felt like I was instantly like the oldest person there, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck back in the steam
So
room.
weird. Like you're obviously not the oldest person. Do you mean youngest?
No,
Really?
it's like one of those things where like I feel like I should be there,
Oh, okay.
like that
now I
type of thing.
understand.
Like I have to get moved. I have to do something like young, like now.
Jump that old man. Is what
Yeah,
we should have done.
Yeah, I could have jumped that dude.
Yeah, we went in, we got a little steam, but like we were talking pretty much the whole time. That dude must have been bummed out that we were talking.
Oh.
Like Steam dude, remember? I'm not talking about Scissor Guy, but like when we got in there, that guy's like, nope, this is a time where it should be quiet.
Oh yeah.
We were just talking about it.
Before that, you guys been talking a whole bunch?
Wrestling. And stuff.
Yeah, we were talking about like bookings and
Oh,
stuff like
fuck it,
that.
man.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I'm not. Just because your Steam experience is what you think it should be,
Yeah.
it's not
Fuck
mine.
off.
There's not really like a quiet rule.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
paid $7.
Yeah, I want to get my sweat on, man.
Fuck off.
Enjoy myself.
But yeah, there's
you,
a lot of dick and balls, man.
Yeah, you can't go dick out in the
No,
sauna,
you
but
can't
just
go
in the
dick
locker
out.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wearing a pair of like Lululemon shorts that once I went in the pool, they were just floating up. So if anyone had goggles on, meat was just out.
There's a lot going on under the water.
Yeah. Looking over, it just looked like 2 russet potatoes.
And potatoes you were eating just now.
Yeah, and a fucking like a morning sausage, like a breakfast sausage, all white and pale and wrinkly,
Shriveled up from the water.
Yeah,
Just kind of floating around.
Yeah. Looked like a severed finger. My dick has a nail on it.
Finger.
Oh, fuck, man.
But yeah, YMCA's are fucking weird, man.
It's gotta be.
It's a weird.
When I think of the YMCA, I just think of like families and old people. I think that's kind of the gimmick.
Yeah. It's strange, man. But getting back to the dude, the one guy that was like stretching in the steam room.
Yeah.
He was just walking around the locker room, just straight up naked, like nothing was happening. And like,
Oh, yeah,
they
that
have,
dude.
yeah, they have this one gimmick where like you can put your shorts in it, and it just spins your shorts to like help
Dry 'em.
off.
Oh, really?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
super cool.
So like, I'm like, I do that, and then as I'm walking towards it, this dude is just kneading his meat.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Like
man.
he's just sitting there and he's doing this thing.
The
where he
stretch
just-
dude?
He keeps, yeah. He
Did
keeps,
you see his hair also? He did something
Yeah.
with his hair. Where he's all,
he keeps
like,
grabbing
he's
his
drying it.
balls and dick and like putting his hands under it
Cupping underneath.
and feeding them up so they just kind
man.
of drop out of his hands, like slapping onto his leg, and it just kneading it, and it just doing like over and over again, like trying to dry it out. Maybe I don't know if it was real wet or not, but like
There's like zero reason to do that in a locker
Yeah,
room.
that's
doing it, and I'm
that
just
man
like,
is just masturbating.
and the worst part
Yeah,
is like,
exactly. Like I said at that point.
here's the thing: if you're like in the Every Time I Die camp, we used to have this thing called JDL. So like anytime you needed to change, you would yell JDL, and that means just don't look. That means everybody would turn around. Here's the thing, though: nobody is just turning around. They're getting a little look in.
Yeah.
They're turning around. So then it turned into JDS, which is just don't stare. So now we
pretty
say
good.
just don't stare. Like you can get a look. Just don't stare. You know what I mean? Because everyone's going to look at your meat. I feel like if you're drawing attention to your meat in a locker room setting,
Yeah.
I'm staring.
Yeah. He said
Like
that-
you're fucking throwing that thing around. I'm going to look and I'm going to stare because I'm like, what is this guy doing here with that right now? Like this isn't the place for that.
No.
But hey man, if you're doing like a trapeze workout with your fucking balls and dick,
Yeah, that's too much.
I'm gonna eye it up because I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. And you're 2 feet from me, so it's a little weird.
If you're like an old dude and you just don't give a fuck anymore and you just walk around naked in the locker room, I don't give a fuck. But
Yeah.
there's zero reason to be like cupping your dick and balls and flopping them around.
Here's the thing,
There's
right?
like no reason.
There's a cobra snake that shoots venom out of its mouth, right? You're gonna pay attention if that thing's around. So if this guy's just slapping his dick and balls around,
I'm paying attention.
I'm not getting shot with that king cobra in a locker room setting, you know. Yeah. And if he is, he owes me money then.
I'm fucking suing you right now.
Not even that. More of like a prostitution situation. If I'm the guy that's creating this meat toss, you're gonna pay me for it. That's at least $10.
Yeah, for sure. I was just watching Boogie Nights last night, and when fucking Burt Reynolds first sees Mark Wahlberg,
it's the best
He's like, he's like 5 or 10. He's like, oh, what are you talking about? He's like, if you want to see it, it's $5. If you want me to jack off, it's $10.
Yeah.
It's such a
Like he already had that offer before.
yeah, like oh yeah, exactly. That's why that movie's so good. Like the little subtle stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the Colonel, the guy with the sunglasses. Yeah. When he,
His reaction is so fucking good.
wait, are you gonna talk about when?
When he looks at the meat.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
first time, it's like
His
just
glasses go down.
It's pretty much just like a normal conversation. He's like, "I heard you got a big giant cock." And then he's like, "May I see it?" He's like, "You right now, yeah." And then like his expression like just doesn't change as he pulls his pants down. He goes, "Well, thank you very much."
Yeah.
It's so good, dude. It's the best.
That movie's
It's on
fucking great.
Netflix right now for anybody that's wondering. It's fucking
Yeah, if you have not seen Boogie Nights, It is. You've never seen Boogie Nights, have you, Puff?
Come on, Puff.
sorry.
That's that's not before your time.
Yo, it is gonna be.
What year was it?
It's gonna be crank time though, because fucking Heather Graham is looking real good in that movie.
Yeah, Roller Girl.
Roller Girl. That is one of the horniest scenes.
You know who Heather Graham is, right?
Yeah.
From Austin Powers. Okay.
Yeah.
And
There's
Hangover. She was in Hangover.
Oh, yeah.
a straight up scene where like he's just like, well, can I watch you guys fuck?
Yeah.
Like he says it, Jackie, the fuck's his name?
Julianne Moore.
No, Jackie. That's fucking Burt Reynolds' character.
Oh, fuck.
Jackie something.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, because they call him Jack all the time.
Can we see you guys fuck? Can I see you guys fuck? And Heather's like, yeah. Can I fuck him? And
she goes, are we going to fuck? And he goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she just takes her clothes off. She's standing there naked.
Like, real quick, like, zoop.
with roller skates on.
Yeah.
And it's so horny.
I mean, it's a movie about porn, but
Yeah.
it, like, made Mark Wahlberg's career. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch made his career. But
that was his first big one, because he was
Yeah.
also in Major Pain before that, too.
he was also in Fear,
Oh, Fear rules.
which is great.
Wahlberg was in Major Pain?
Yeah, real quick. Just he plays like
What
a
did he
small
do?
role.
Oh.
He also, that
Fear
means he
Major
was
Pain.
he was in a movie starring Bam Bam Bigelow. Just to bring wrestling.
Yeah, just real quick. Fuck, I forgot about
Major
Fear.
Pain
You're
with
getting me all
like the
fired up.
Wayans brother dude?
Yeah.
Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans.
When was Bam Bam Bigelow in that?
Towards the end. He smacks the shit out of him.
Uh-huh.
Like Major Pain.
Oh.
Smacks him up.
I gotta blow my
Yeah,
nose
yeah,
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
I'll be
Okay,
right
go
back.
ahead. He's getting sick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're giving it to him.
Great. Yeah. Boogie Nights, for anyone that has never seen that, is what a cast. You have Philip Seymour Hoffman, you have Mark Wahlberg, you have Burt Reynolds, Heather Graham, Julianne Moore, William H. Macy, that other dude with Philip in his name, I can never think of his name. John C. Reilly is in it, which you might know from
Talladega Nights.
Steve Brule, Talladega Nights.
What's Steve Brule?
You don't know what Steve Brule is? Mr.
Oh, yeah, from Adult
Yeah.
Swim.
Yeah.
I never really watched it, though.
Really?
I should start.
You
yeah.
should definitely start watching it. I feel like with the humor that you like,
Like Eric Andre on there.
you would like that. But yeah, and it's also Paul Thomas Anderson directed it, who did like There Will Be Blood. He's got that movie Phantom Thread out right now.
We should go see that.
I would love to see it. It's really funny. Everybody thinks that Daniel Day-Lewis is just acting as Ralph Fiennes in that movie. This is getting real crazy. I'm talking.
Where you at?
No, we were just talking about Paul Thomas Anderson, the guy that did Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
He did like There Will Be Blood and
There Will Be Blood is nuts.
Phantom Thread.
What's Phantom Thread?
That's the new Daniel Day-Lewis movie.
You didn't see it yet, did you?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. He made that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always remember he has 3 names and he did Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Didn't you say he did Punch Drunk Love too?
Yeah. He did Punch Drunk
Oh, I've
Love.
never seen Punch Drunk Love. Is that good?
Awesome.
Danny Garcia likes Punch Drunk Love.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
With his vast knowledge of movies.
'Cause, like, the
Punch
way that
Drunk Love
he's,
is on
like-
his list.
The way Dan is a Kevin James fan, I'm an Adam Sandler fan. Like Adam Sandler
He loves
was my
Kevin
favorite.
James.
Yeah, you didn't know
Kevin
that?
James, Yeah.
I did not know
Loves,
that.
He talked about it when we did the podcast.
I think
before.
he's
For
seen,
real?
He's seen,
Yeah,
like Here
he's
Comes the
big.
Boom. He's seen like all
Kevin
This is
James
really
guy,
good.
the
My
zookeeper.
buddy that plays in 100th, this band 100th, my buddy Andrew, his dad is Kevin James stand-in. Like,
Oh, I thought you were
it's
going
like-
to say his dad is Kevin James.
No. So like, you know,
cooler.
remember in Grown Ups? Is it Grown Ups?
It's probably
There's 1 and 2.
Grown Ups. So it's the guy. There's Steve Buscemi that challenges them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Steve Buscemi, the fat guy behind him with the mustache. Like if you know who I'm talking about, like Steve Buscemi has like a little gang,
gang
of
of
guys.
guys.
There's a guy with a mustache right behind him. That's my buddy Andrew's dad.
Really?
He usually does Kevin James
Stand-in. So
Oh,
like
okay.
when they're like going over the scenes and they need to get a mark,
Yep.
like as to where people should stand. My buddy Andrew's dad stands in for him.
That's great.
Yeah.
But what does he usually do? Like, is he like stunts or something?
No, He's just he just stands in there and like goes through the motions so they can see how the lighting is.
Is it this dude with the glasses and hat?
That's him. Yeah,
That guy?
Yeah.
I see. He's in a bunch of like.
Yeah, he's in every Kevin James movie because he's Kevin James stand-up.
Fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the old? It was from the MTV Movie Awards before Ben Stiller was a big deal. They did it where Ben Stiller was Tom Cruise's stunt double for Mission Impossible.
No.
Remember the? I think it was Mission Impossible 2 because the one Tom Cruise grew his hair out.
Yeah.
He was trying to be more like an action guy.
Yeah.
And then they did like a skit where like Ben Stiller was like his stunt double.
Okay.
And he like had the same thing, the long hair and the shades. Dude, it's fucking amazing.
I'll find that.
It's super good. Like he's just like Tom Cruise is just talking, and it's almost pretty much like The Miz and what Damian Sandow used to do.
Oh.
Like as Tom Cruise is talking, like he. Fucking Ben Stiller's just like impersonating him, and like it's super.
Is
good.
Damian Sandow trying to be an actor?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's trying to do like voice stuff.
Yeah, he's got a great voice.
Yeah, he does have a strong.
I would love
voice.
to see him to be an actor because I like that dude.
Yeah, I know. He's
I liked him
because isn't he doing a bunch of stuff on the West Coast now? He's like living out there, kind of.
I don't think he's wrestling anymore. I think he's retired.
Yeah, because when I talked to him at Impact, and he was what the fuck do you call it? He was like, shit, what like pilot season or something. He said pilot season was coming up, so he was going out to the West Coast because I think he has a house in Louisville, but I think he's just crashing on the West Coast, like doing auditions and shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's fucking. I hope he's doing all right, man. He's a good dude. Like I say, he has like a strong voice for fucking.
He's been helping Nate out too, which is great. He's been helping like Brody King out. Like
he's been around a while.
Like he works out with it's like Ryan Nemeth, Joey Ryan, Aaron Rex, and Brody King.
Don't they have like a trainer too or something?
Ryan Nemeth.
Oh, Ryan Nemeth is the trainer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because that's Dolph Ziggler's brother. And isn't Nemeth trying to do like a bunch of stuff?
I think he's like trying to act too.
Yeah, he's been out.
It was like really weird. Like I went to, he was like part of a crew of, that we all went to like bowling together, and it was like he was part of our like little crew. We all went to bowling together.
Oh, okay.
And like we said probably like 15 words to each other like, the whole time. Oh, nice to meet you. Blah blah.
Yeah. Hey man.
Blah, blah. We know
cool,
a lot of the same people. Yeah, like that. And like haven't heard anything. And then like just the other day, like Brody's like, "Hey man, Ryan asked about you. He said, hey, like."
You're a good dude.
Yeah, I said like, hey, let that guy know I said hi.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I like that guy.
Cool.
Yeah. It is a good feeling. I know what you mean.
It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know I made that strong of an impression then.
it's a good feeling. Sandow, because he's been around for a while. Like,
yeah. Isn't that like there's like a thing that said that he's been in the system the longest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was like developmental for a while.
Like in the WWE system, he's been in the WWE system for like 15 years or something like that.
Yeah. He did get released for a little bit, and then he went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And then they rehired him back.
Why can't I just get signed just to get sent to Puerto Rico? Like not even, I don't even want to like do anything for WWE. Just get signed, say I got signed, and then they immediately just send me I just go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, back in the day, it was always Puerto Rico or Japan. That was like the two ends.
I'll do both.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you got, guys. Let me.
Yeah.
Then there was always like those tales too, because there was guys that would get trained under the developmental system, and then they would send them to Japan or Puerto Rico or something, and like they would just get eaten up.
Yeah,
they
that's
didn't
like
understand.
What's cool though. That's what New Japan does.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I know we said we weren't going to talk about wrestling, but whatever. Fuck it. New Japan. Like if you're a young boy at New Japan,
Puff's just Tindering over there.
They won't put you in New Japan like right away. So they like have you work as a young boy, and then the very first thing you do is get sent to Mexico right after.
Yeah.
So that's why like when Jay White like young boyed there, they didn't put him in right away.
Oh yeah.
He worked like his young boy matches, and then he went to Mexico, did Mexico,
plus like
came
dojo
back.
training.
Yeah. And then he's the U.S. champion right now.
Yeah. This kind of segues into one. It's wrestling, but like Wes, I feel bad because Wes asked me about it last week's episode.
Yeah.
Like this Saturday, I'm going to WrestlePro in New Jersey, and I just glanced over it real quick when Wes asked me. I was just kind of tired and didn't expect it. But like WrestlePro is awesome because like Damian Sandow made me think of it because WrestlePro in New Jersey is run by Pat Buck. Pat Buck was basically like mistreated by the developmental system for like a really long time. Like he never got hired by WWF. He would always like, he moved to OVW and he was just there forever, like trying to get signed, and they never signed him. And it's like he was the guy where like, you know, like they would bring in like Pat was good, and they would bring in like a big, like some big jacked up guy, and they'd be like, oh, here, do a match with Pat. Yeah. And then Pat would make him look good, and then they would hire that guy and not Pat. Of course. And then like Pat even fucking moved to Florida when they moved to FCW, and they made him start at like the beginners, and like he had to work his way up. And he never got hired. And then it's just super cool because instead of quitting wrestling, he basically went back home. Like now he's running WrestlePro in New Jersey, which is like, you know, Jersey, Philly, that's like a hotbed area. Yeah. And it's like, you know, he didn't quit wrestling. Now he's running shows for WrestlePro. They have their own school. He's trained guys like Falabala and fucking Mario and like a whole bunch of good guys. And he also helps with Kurt Hawkins' school, Creator Pro. Yeah. So he's just like, it's fucking awesome. He's like kicking ass. That's awesome. So, yeah. So like, I feel bad just glancing over WrestlePro because it is a really cool thing I'm getting to go do on Saturday. And like, I love supporting what Pat does because like, my best friend Neil and like a lot of guys were in OVW developmental with Pat, and it's super cool to see what he's doing now. I love it when guys like go and say fuck it and go do their own thing, and he's fucking kicking ass at it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's super cool.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. Puff, what's up, man? What are you doing?
Oh,
I was just
looking at it.
Oh, they basically like that show is like basically just they're like putting all the Impact people on one show, right?
Yeah,
it's called something Impact. Like
because I feel bad on all the details. I know it's going to be on. I know it's going to be on Twitch. They're streaming it on Twitch, but yeah, WrestlePro is like because Impact hired a lot of like WrestlePro guys, and he's kind of like working with Impact too. So he's just got so much good shit going on.
That's awesome.
It's fucking cool, man.
Good. All right.
Yeah, they draw big shows too.
Back to movies or pumping.
What about diet stuff, man? Let's do some diet stuff.
You're under 400 right now.
I am. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
For the first time in like 3 years.
That's awesome.
Which is cool.
After that sweat today, probably a little bit more.
Probably down to 350.
I like kind of realized when we were like steaming and that you're just sitting in other people's sweat. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, it is super gross. And like when it drips from the ceiling.
Yeah, but it's not from that.
Fucked.
That's not sweat. But what you're sitting in is definitely like old man sweat.
Yeah.
The whole room.
Right on your peach.
I feel confident that like the YMCA like cleans them out.
Yeah,
but there's
for
like
sure.
I used to go. There's an LA Fitness downtown that does not look like an LA Fitness. It's just like a little shithole. Yeah. And they have a steam room in the basement. And I used to go in there. There's no fucking way they clean that thing. And I used to go in all the time. And it was just like, dude, the amount of shit going on in this room right now probably is
very
just,
cool.
Yeah, it's very, very fucking gross.
Yeah. So you want to tell us what you've been doing?
Come on, Bluff.
I don't know. I've just been doing no carb stuff, like, or low carb stuff, like, keeping it to like under 30, 50 carbs a day. Like I've been eating a lot of like.
Have you been keeping track?
No, I really haven't. Okay, which is kind of bad, but I just been because.
I mean, you haven't been writing down, but you've been keeping track of like just not. You know what I mean? Like not. You're not concentrating on like. You're not writing down how many carbs you're eating.
No,
you're just keeping.
Well, yeah. Like I'll know what I eat in the day. Like when I grab some, I'm like, what have I eaten so far today?
Yeah,
like, stuff like that. Like I don't know. It's a lot of meat and cheese and vegetables. I was eating.
So you're still eating vegetables, right?
Yeah,
there's carbs and vegetables, but like
but I mean, it's like fibrous stuff. Like I get that. The veggie tray from Wegmans is like my shit. Yeah, it's got broccoli, cauliflower, celery, and carrots. Carrots aren't the best, which sucks.
Celery's like kind of shot too.
How's celery shot?
It's nothing. It's just water.
It's just water.
I know.
It's just water and fiber.
Yeah,
but you're not getting anything.
You got to get like nutrients. Like broccoli has nutrients.
Well, yeah. But like, I think celery's good because like water and fiber, it takes away from like the carbs that you do eat. Like
yeah. But you like like asparagus, like greens that have like, nutrients in them.
Mm-hmm. I had a bunch of green beans yesterday. I think
that's good.
Yeah.
You should. I mean, like.
What about condiments?
Condiments.
Yeah, you gotta take it easy on the condiments.
Condiments, you gotta chill out.
Condiments and your drinks. Condiments.
Ketchup.
You love your drinks.
I do. All my drinks are like no sugar though, or no carbs. But
like you just
like Propel is
that's
flavored
not bad.
water.
But like those big ass iced teas you like and Power.
Oh no, I haven't drinking any of.
Good.
That's the thing. I mean, since the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So it's been a month now.
Good. Have you tried getting the flu?
Have I tried getting the flu?
It's the best diet I've ever had.
You will drop weight like nothing.
I hung out with you and Kevin, so it worked. I was in bed. I've been in bed for the past 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm fucking just begging for it.
not being
Sharing
able
a
to
microphone
breathe.
with Andy 2 days in a row.
I feel like I'm pretty much done though. I feel like I'm on the way out right now.
The medicine ball I got the other night really
I
helped.
told about the medicine ball.
I got one.
That had, I think that had a lot of carbs. I asked
There's
them
a lot
how
of
they
sugar
make
in
it
it. It has a lot of
because it's
sugar.
like
It has to,
steamed
yeah.
lemonade. It's half
Yeah.
hot water
Oh, I forgot
and
about
half
that.
steamed lemonade.
It does. When I
figured to like
There's
help
a lot of
myself.
sugar in it.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
okay.
because like
When you
I
were
was sick
when you were
as
sick,
fuck.
I wasn't even thinking about your diet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
that's
something
what
in.
I figured.
You're not gonna be
because I ate an
eating
orange too because you said vitamin C.
Oh yeah.
I ate an orange and then I went and got that medicine ball and then I drove for Lyft.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which, by the way, let me cheap plug myself. If anyone takes a Lyft, I've got a code,
Oh.
and I think it gives me $10. Do you know anything about this?
No. I thought you were going to say they can like
Well, fuck, it's
request.
his podcast. He's gonna fucking say his shit.
I thought they were going to request you as a driver.
Oh no, I don't think they can. I don't
No,
think
I
they
don't
can do
think so.
that.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
That'd be super cool.
You should have started driving your own driving service
I should.
and just say like,
Puff lifts.
how about this? If you're in the
Puff lift.
Buff area, you want to
Yo,
fucking just roll
listen,
out and get
listen.
picked up by Puff?
716-807-7985. That is my phone number.
Jesus,
I don't even care.
I guess not.
Call me up. Give me money.
I really thought you were going to cut that off somewhere.
I love it.
And also
I
if
hope
you're
it's Danny's number.
that's legitimately my
That'd be
phone
way
number.
better.
That's my cell phone number.
That's awesome.
But
Shoot me a text.
I'm lonely. I need friends. Text me.
Bolton.
I hang out with two 40-year-old men.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Bolton, Ontario's going to blow you up.
Oh shit! I forgot about Bolton.
Yeah, this isn't just Buffalo Pale. There's a lot going on here.
Only if you have an iPhone, though, Canada.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get charged.
Hit up
Fuck
Puff.
it. Give me money.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah, what's your code?
Nick, it's Nick, Nick, 15839. It says you get $10 for Lyft. Like, if you want to take a Lyft, you get straight up $10 if you use that code.
All right, good.
$10 off. And
good.
usually a normal Lyft is around that price. So you want a free Lyft and you want to help a brother out, use that code.
Or just call him straight up.
Yeah, or you have my phone number. So
Just give me a call.
if you want someone to talk to, I'm here to listen.
Yeah, or I'll come pick you
love
up.
that.
I'll give
I'll
you a
come
ride.
pick you up.
We'll do,
I would love for you to
I'll give
start
you
getting calls.
some
we'll do,
advice.
we'll do cash only.
Yeah.
We all set.
I'll charge you $1 a minute to talk. I don't know.
With the,
What was I saying?
That's
just what
like,
I
I don't want to get too confusing on it, Puff, but you do, eventually, you should look into, because you know the whole thing, like, you're not eating carbs, you're eating fat and protein.
Yeah.
Like, you're going into, like, ketosis. So you do need to do, like, a refeed day once in a while.
something like that.
Yeah.
I've heard like.
I wouldn't worry about it yet, but
Yeah,
eventually.
I started I called it keto, but like I don't like having a label on anything.
I don't like it
and-
either. It's, yeah.
And what's the guy who runs or owns Grappler, CJ?
Yeah.
He like was doing the
Was that-
hardcore keto.
Yeah, he did
And
drop
he-
weight, right?
I think so. Yeah, but he said there's days. I guess they call it shock.
Yeah, because
With the
basically
keto
you gotta
diet
shock your
where-
system, yeah.
He invited me to go out to like an all-you-can-eat buffet, and I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Actually, I think you guys were talking about that on Facebook.
No,
I think
he
I saw it.
put it in the Grapplers group. He's like, not wrestling related, but a few of you guys, if you want to just show interest, we're going to the Friendly's Chinese buffet. This date
Yo.
is my next shock.
I was gonna bring this up. We should go to we need to go to the casino buffet. at
Oh
least.
yeah, I want to do that.
It's nice.
It's fucking awesome. And it's only like $15-20,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
not that bad. Go during the
I
day.
spent more on damn fucking Ted's.
Dude, and they have everything. There's Italian, there's
Don't ever
Chinese.
shit on Ted's.
I mean, no, I don't have money. But I figured, I drove for Lyft last night and made a ton of money. So
Look at
I
that.
can
So
treat
it's now you're
myself.
balling.
Yeah.
Go to the buffet, treat yourself.
Yeah.
That
I
big
made a little bit
Thursday
of money.
night.
Yeah, Thursday night. Picked up some dudes from Pharaoh's.
Oh,
And
really?
And they had this was not good. Picked up these dudes. One was shit faced and
yeah.
holding an open bottle of vodka, like a big bottle.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't want to be like, get that out of here. That's totally an open
it's like
container.
illegal.
And he dropped it in my car and spilled.
Oh,
it was awful.
Yeah, you gotta fucking cut that off.
I didn't know what to do. I
You're in
just was
charge.
like,
You're like the ref,
let's-
Puff. You're in
let's-
charge, man. You gotta fucking tell those dudes to fuck off.
I don't know.
Or just party on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should just be like, yo, let me get a sip of that. I'm gonna drunk drive.
I'm a cool driver, guys. I promise.
No.
So yeah, Farrow's is the strip club in Buffalo. By the way.
Gentleman's Club.
Yeah, by the airport.
I had to drive. I was downtown. They take me all over the place with that Lyft.
Yeah.
I got a lot of like half-hour rides.
That's good money though.
No, half hour to get there.
Oh.
I drive half hour away
boy.
to take them 4 minutes to their house. So it sucks.
It's the shit.
But I did. Right after we saw Hostels, I went online on Lyft, picked someone up, and drove them a half hour away. So that made me some good money.
Yeah.
But she didn't want to say a word, so we sat in silence for a half hour.
Did you put some music on?
Nope. She didn't want any music on. I asked you want me to turn the radio on? Nope.
What did she say? Did she say I don't want to talk?
I don't know. Like,
Or you just caught the vibe?
I tried. Yeah, I caught the vibe.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't saying anything.
But then you asked for music and she was like, nope.
I was like, "You want to want me to play any music or radio?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Okay."
That's great.
This is silence.
I back that.
Yeah. She's like the people in the sauna. She just wants complete silence.
I was just listening to Linger in my head.
I'm usually
Like I
just
have-
headphones on.
Yeah.
I'll get in a lift if I have like a long lift drive. I'll just
Right.
put my headphones on and just chill.
Yeah. I remember the first I took an Uber and the chick driving, she said like the first pickup she ever got, it was like this couple and they were going like an hour away and she was like, holy fuck. And then like she took them and they were going on like a cruise and she said she was cool. She was like super young and she just like, she said she made like a weird, she was just nervous and she made like a weird Titanic joke and they like,
That's awesome.
It just, it didn't go over. And then she did like, like 50 minutes in the car with them after that. So it was real strange.
I love that.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that? There was a Bills player.
Oh, from Cleveland?
Yeah, from Cleveland, and he had to go to training camp the next day. So he called Lyft, and the guy didn't realize he had to drive him 8 hours or something like that.
Oh,
so
Cleveland's
cool.
like 4.
Or 4
but he
hours, I
tipped
don't
him
know.
like a huge. Yeah. Hey, yo, man, I gotta get to training
I
camp.
get to training camp in Buffalo, New York.
I did that from Hamilton, Ontario.
You did?
At Hamilton, Ontario, I was like, "Hey, man, do you have your passport with you?" And the guy's like, "No." And I was like, "Can you just get me as close to the bridge as you possibly can?" He's like, "Sure." I was just in there, in traffic, like I had to have him pick me up.
I picked you
I
up
had to
at
walk
Burger
across
King.
the bridge in rain.
Did you walk across the bridge?
Yeah, in rain.
I did something funny like that. I picked these girls up from the airport, and they needed to go to the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah.
So I just drove them to the Rainbow Bridge, and then they figured they could walk across, but they didn't know how.
Oh.
So they got out of my car, and I was like, I'm
See ya.
done.
Ride confirmed.
But then I started driving away, and I was just looking in my rearview mirror. They're just wandering around the border.
No idea where to go.
No idea what they're
I
doing.
love
They just, like 2 girls with suitcases just like walking up to booths where no officers are. So I was just laughing. I drove away.
That's awesome.
I think like there's a bunch of like on YouTube there because like Uber drivers and Lyft drivers have gotten like attacked a whole bunch. And there's like videos and stuff of it. There's like a lot of weird stuff.
That's something I'm afraid of. I don't want someone to use me as like a drug deal. I've seen videos like that.
Oh,
that's
really?
something I'm afraid of. Like, can you stop right here real quick? And then like I have to like sit there and wait. Well, like that's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, you're like a getaway.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
because technically, like, once you drop them off.
What are you doing that
Oh,
here?
did you fart?
Sorry.
The fuck, man?
Out of nowhere.
Why are you doing that here, Puff?
Kevin just blocked himself in.
Kevin's got his own little thing.
Bad timing, Puff. Close quarters in here, bud.
Yeah. Fuck.
If they. Yeah, it smells terrible.
I haven't been able to smell anything for fucking ever. Now I smell that.
At least you know
the
you're
first
back.
smell I have back is this.
Puff's ass. Sorry for the fucking terrible silence,
This
but
sucks.
this blows.
Puff, man.
I'm sorry.
Kevin's like in an isolation booth, just like
That's right.
being okay.
Damn.
It looks like when you're like in jail and the person's
Yeah.
behind the glass.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Kevin Bennett looks right now with a fucking laptop. Fuck, man. All right, it's clearing up.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we talked about diet for a little bit.
We got diet,
We got to talk about
some sauna talk,
maybe some workout.
yeah, some lifts. I just feel bad, man. You're fucking hurting right now.
Yeah, I can't do anything. I want to just. It was funny. Like last night, I was talking to Hannah on the phone, and she was like, "I was like, I am just gonna go in and I'm just gonna start pressing. Fuck it. Who cares?
I guess that's a terrible idea.
See what happens. Just get it out. Blah blah. And she was like, "Don't ever do that.
No,
like, please don't do
that's
that."
a bad idea.
So yeah, I'm not gonna be pressing. I'm just gonna.
Because there's still stuff you can do, right?
No, not that much, but whatever. So now my thing is like I tried to like get away from getting numbers in my head, like, oh man, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. But now this is killing me.
Just do stuff.
It's making me want to put a number back on my deadlift, a number back on my squat, stuff like that.
Well, yeah, because you can do that, right?
That'll make me feel good. So now I'm like, yeah, I can get a 550 squat or a deadlift. Easy. I can get a 600-pound deadlift. Easy.
Have you done it like deads with your shoulder yet?
Yeah, I did them.
It's
They're
okay?
fine. They don't bother me. Like pulls don't bother me.
Yeah,
It's
squats
just-
okay too?
Well, I
Even
haven't
with your
really,
arms being up there?
I haven't really tried yet because
Yeah.
that is definitely the motion that kind of messes them up. But
You can do front squats, but I hate front squats. I
don't mind goblet squats or goblin squats. Like
They're not bad. They're just not the same.
yeah. Well, Mustache has that easy bar,
the belt.
or whatever like that, and they have the belt squat. So
Belt squats.
I can do both of those. So I might start doing that.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I just I've been ripping. I mean, I tell people this all the time. Like, I don't know. You guys hit us up a lot with interest when we talk about actual workouts. Like, there's just so much free shit out there. Like, dude, I like right now. Like this week, I just took all my workouts from. His real name's Gabe Tuft. He used to be Tyler Rex in WWE. Now he has a thing called like Body Spartan. Like his website, they have a whole bunch of free workouts, like for every body part. And the workouts they tell you what the workouts are, and then there's videos showing you how to do it. Like
I literally just looked that dude up.
yeah, like I did those workouts, and then Seamus has his own YouTube workout channel right now too. He did one with Elias the Drifter, and like it was called like a recovery day. They just did a whole bunch of full body stuff, and I just took a bunch of stuff from that. It's great, man.
Yeah.
There's just keep changing your shit out. There's a lot of good shit out there.
Because that's like the things that I was like kind of looking at was like there's sleds at reps, so like I can do sled pushes.
That's all right.
On the it'll be fine for my shoulder. It'll be fine or whatever like that. Probably help my knees out really well. Stuff like that. It's just like thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
And I think that's what like 2018 in my head was gonna be just thinking outside the box anyways on like workouts and stuff. So yeah. It's just it's impossible when like for so long I've powerlifted and like some of the major movements aren't there anymore. I just can't do it. It's like really frustrating.
I've been there before when you have like. I mean, I'm making it sound like it's easy, but yeah, like it sucks when you're hurt and there's just, you don't know what you can do and what you can't.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, for me, like once I got it figured out what I can do, I would just like, we just work around that.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I mean, like, cause I like had real bad in my rear delt before where like, if I had like a barbell bench press, like if I went down the littlest bit, it was like, it felt like someone was stabbing me in the back of my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I mean, it took a long time, but it eventually went away.
That's kind of where it is.
You just got avoid anything that bothers that and just do everything else.
Because that's the thing on my down on any press.
Yeah.
It's like an overhead press, bench press, incline press, any type of fucking push up. It's that like when I'm closed, it's that first push up.
Yeah.
It feels like my bicep and my like front delt's just gonna explode.
Yeah, it's because they're both attached.
I have no idea what that means.
Sucks.
And like that, we've been doing PT on it, and there's nothing.
It's tough too because like even like I have like a little tinge in my right shoulder right now, and like where you lay on your side and you take the dumbbell and do these guys. Like I'll do that once in a while, but. It's like, I mean, sometimes too, it might just need to chill. Like you might be hammering on it too much.
Well, that's like the thing. Like I think like this week of being sick kind of like helped it because it definitely feels better.
Yeah, so that's definitely it probably got you to chill out too.
Yeah, where I definitely was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go do presses.
Yeah, that's the exact mindset of what you don't need.
Well, it's being in like wrestling now, like physical shit matters, right? So the way I look. And, like, all I'm seeing is, like, pounds drop. Now I'm not doing, like, dairy. I'm not doing processed
meat,
food,
right?
like a processed meat. Like, that cuts out so much So like I'm only eating like if I know what it looks like, that's what I eat, right? If I know what it is by looking at it,
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I'm not eating as much, so like I'm definitely like skinnier than I normally am.
Well,
And
I can tell you what pisses me off is the Smash show we just worked less than a week ago. Like,
Yeah.
you've had the flu, you haven't been lifting, and like pictures come out and you look ginormous. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, man?
I look bigger than I've ever looked.
Yeah.
There's this one picture. It was just like, well, all right.
Yeah.
I don't see myself as a big person, so.
And then you
I
see
have
those
to see
pictures where you look like you weigh 275, 80
Yeah,
pounds.
I weighed like 230.
Yeah, so that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of times you lean down, you look a lot better.
Yeah. But then there's like little things because I'm a fucking insane person. Like that picture that I posted of me and Puff, or Puff's like sitting on my chest. I'm like looking at my arm and there's this like zero muscle definition in my arm.
It's also, I don't even think you could see your arm in that picture.
Exactly.
You're,
you
lay-
can.
you're
I'm
laying
like
on
looking at it and I'm just like,
You're laying on
look
the
at
ground.
how little it is.
There's also Puff sitting on your chest and probably covering half of your arm.
Doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, no, dude, I've had that. Like, shout out to fucking Photography Joe. He's posted some pictures before where like literally ruined my week. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck, man. Like,
there's,
I
like,
work out every day and I
there's
fucking
times-
diet all the time, and that's what I look like. Like, God, fuck, man.
There's times where you'll hit me up. Like this one was really funny. He goes, Jesse hits me up and he goes, yeah, man, I just haven't eaten today. I'm fasting, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why? Like, why are you fasting? And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm just going to try this. Like, I'm just going to try this today and see how it is.
It's the first
blah,
time I
blah, blah.
ever did it.
But, like, I know what was going on in your head. You saw a picture and you were like, oh, fuck. Like, I look bloated
I need to fast.
in this picture. And then, like, you look at Jesse and it's like, only he sees it. Like, only he sees that, like fraction of bloat. Because you can see every muscle in his body.
It's that one shitty angle whenever they take fucking pictures of you where, like, you know, if you're up in the ring and they're taking a picture from the floor where it's going up, nobody looks good from that angle.
Triple H looked good from that angle.
Yeah, fuck, I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're right.
He looks like he's about fucking 8 feet wide.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Like, what was it? Maybe, not 6 years ago, maybe, I don't know. When I was doing a lot of CZW and House of Hardcore stuff, before that, my goal was, I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to get in such good shape that I don't care how low quality their camera is, I don't care what angle it is, I'm going to look good, and no matter what fucking picture somebody takes. And I did it. And now
It's still that way.
maybe.
You're nuts. Yeah, it's still that way.
I've seen some bad ones lately, and
You still look like Jesse the Body in all those pictures.
Well, I got to fast, man. I did that one.
You're
day.
insane.
I did it once. It actually wasn't that bad, and I eat all the time.
Get sick.
You'll fast.
Nature's fast.
Yeah, you won't have a choice.
Yeah. That's all it is. Like right now, like me and Puff are sitting in a fucking like in a sauna or like a sweat room, and I'm like looking down and I don't see a belly. Like my pecs are going over my stomach, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
how is that happening right
Yeah,
now?
man.
I hate it.
You like having a belly?
No, I don't.
What the fuck you talking
But
about?
it makes me feel like I'm like 170 pounds. No offense, Kevin.
Yeah. No offense to you guys that weigh 170 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, then you saw those pics where you look like fucking Triple
Yeah.
H with tights on.
I would not say Triple H at all.
You look pretty big, man.
Yeah.
You're doing okay.
Triple Dig. Yeah. So like I want to get I just it would be sick if I could just do 100 push-ups right now. I would feel my like life wouldn't fucking hurt if I like could just do 100 push-ups.
Could you do 100 push-ups before?
Well, yeah, fuck yeah. Could I do 100?
Yeah.
Probably do 150.
Yeah.
Challenging me that shit.
You're gonna be you're fine, man. You can do pull-ups,
Go
gang.
break now.
Yeah, I can do pull-ups, but
Yeah.
like
So do 100 pull-ups.
that doesn't do shit for your chest. I gotta eat these fucking things
There's
huge.
probably some like shitty little like cable crossovers you could do or something for your chest that wouldn't. Yeah, because if you didn't go too far back
I try. Well, I guess I'd have to do them on cables.
Yeah, that's
not,
what I'm thinking.
Not on
with dumbbells.
the pec deck.
pec
doesn't
deck.
work. It hurts.
Yeah, if you did the cables, you might be all right.
Yeah.
You're good. fucking work your back, work your fucking shoulders, your arms.
I fucking hate life.
Get some blood flow in there.
I'll just quit. I'm gonna be a guitar player for the rest of my life.
Get real shoddy again.
Yep. That's it.
I was actually, was it yesterday? Shout out to Sam Shaw's drawing up a t-shirt design for us right now, and I was I like Googled some. Puff's just taking a weird photo. I can't have it better right now. I was looking for. I googled some like Google images of you.
Yeah.
Some real good ones came up.
Oh yeah,
the real good ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
The perm ones. And yeah. Just like super long beard.
Send him all those ones.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah. I completely forget that like Sam Shaw does that stuff too. Like he draws. He's actually like really good.
Yeah, almost like character.
Yeah.
Is that the word I'm looking for? Character kind of stuff. He Laura's doing the Demon Bunny stuff now, and he did a really cool one of her and Rosemary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing some cool shit.
I saw that. It was really cool.
What?
I saw that. He was really cool. He's the dude who's sponsored by Bang, right?
Yeah, sure is. Hey, Bang.
Yeah.
What's up?
What the fuck?
Take your sweet time.
Yeah,
Listen, Jack.
I have cases all over my house.
Yeah.
Like I love. Okay, Body.
Tyler Body just bought 6 cases.
Like, what the fuck, man?
He just buys 6 cases, buys a mouth guard.
He really bought a mouth guard?
Yeah.
To lift weights in.
To lift weights in.
What?
Yes.
Bennett, get your boy.
Insane, man.
It's like, yeah,
It
it was like
this is the thing. That is like such a fucking, hey, look at me, guys, at the gym move.
it's a work.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's
such
a
a-
work. Somebody sold it on him, and it's like
This is what it is, right? If you're pulling 700 pounds, if you're pushing 400 plus 500 pounds, if you're fucking squatting 400, 500 pounds like regularly,
yeah.
you should have a mouth guard. Because you might bite your teeth off.
Yeah.
Or like you might bite your tongue or something like that. I get it. But if you're Tyler Body, bud, you don't need it at all.
No, it's a gimmick.
Concentrate on something else.
All it is a gimmick.
It's such bullshit. It's just a way for people like it's just a way for someone to just look at him at the gym and go like, "Hey, what's that?"
It's a way for someone to take your money. That's what
It's a way for someone to take your fucking time away from lifting.
How much is he spending on this mouth guard? How much is this mouth guard?
It's a Shaw Sport one too. Like it's Brian Shaw. Like, so he probably spent
Brian
Just
Shaw.
buy a 99-cent one from a
Brian Shaw
Dick's
has
Sports Goods store.
1,000-pound pole.
Yeah, Brian Shaw, one of the strongest people in the world.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's a different story.
Yes.
Totally different story.
That's what I mean. All those dudes wear them. Zadrinas,
Eddie Hall.
Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall probably doesn't wear one. Actually.
Probably not.
Maniac.
Yeah.
And then Half Thor, they all wear mouth guards. Brian Shaw was like one of the first dudes to wear a mouth guard. What the fuck are you doing, man? You're working out at fucking Catalyst or like
Crunch Fitness,
World Gym or something like that. Like, go away,
Fitness
dude.
19. Haven't you been in there?
Fitness 19.
That's where he
That's where he had the mouthpiece today.
hitting
the
heavy.
64-year-old mom on the fucking stair stepper is like, what's he got a mouth guard in for?
And she's gonna like go. She's gonna like go tell her nephew like, I saw a guy at the
That
gym wearing a
annoys
mouth guard.
me
You should
so
get one of
much.
those.
I hope that's my grandma, even though my grandma's dead.
How about Body with 6 cases of bangs? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? Like you got the deal where like they get delivered.
Yeah.
Like monthly.
But I give them away. I'm pretty.
I mean, I text you for them on a weekly basis.
I'm Robin Hoodie about
You're the Robin Hood of Bang energy
Yeah.
drinks. For
Robin
sure.
Bang. I always have bangs around.
Bang and Hood.
Yeah,
Banging Hood.
I love that. I look at it like I can afford it. So if everybody drinks Bang, I'm gonna have Bang.
It's not like we don't use them.
Yeah, exactly. Like we drink a Bang. I drink 1 Bang a day, at least.
Yeah. I don't know. I try not to do every day, but like maybe every other day.
I cut down.
Really?
Good, Kev.
Yeah.
You do 2 a day sometimes. That's heavy.
Well,
That's
I
heavy
learned my
deep, man.
lesson.
Yeah, that's too heavy, man. Puff, you do 2 a day sometimes.
No, I did 2 a day once, and I will never do it again. Because
Over.
I was up till like 5
I don't have
a.m.
problems with it. I didn't know that
You've
it
done
wasn't
2 in a day
legal.
before?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That man, Matt Vincent, drank like 4
Yeah.
Really?
a day.
Yeah, Matt was
That was insane.
Yo, this is what
And he had no problem at all. He
What I
was,
love about
he was
Matt-
tired.
my favorite thing about Matt is that he's the guy that's just like, yeah, okay, it says that, But that's like talking about a 150-pound woman. I weigh 240 pounds.
I think he was talking about somebody who's like, yeah, what are you, a baby?
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, it was when he was talking about Alpha Brain. 'Cause I think we talked about it on the podcast. He takes like 15 Alpha Brains a day.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, what are you, a baby? I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'd be on another planet with the biggest flaccid dick of all time.
You're the only person about with a flaccid dick.
I know
that is in your brain.
somebody else is going to tweet about it one day. Like, yeah, man, me too.
I don't know, man.
It's going to happen.
Wait, what about a flaccid dick?
The only thing Alpha Brain has ever done for me is give me a huge flaccid dick. Like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Like it's like noticeable. Like holy, not a hard dick. It's not like Viagra. Just like a huge flaccid penis.
Oh,
Like I never felt any brain effects. Like I've taken it before I went to bed. I didn't get the dreams. That's the only thing I've ever gotten off of it. Anyways,
Wow.
True story, guys. I swear.
Alpha Drain.
Alpha Drain.
My ball refill.
It's gonna be Andy's supplement.
It just looks like cum buckets.
Like that's like, dude, the fucking like t-shirt ideas, like Alpha Drain, fucking Tug Time, Tug Bada. We got so many we got so much shit we could put
I
out.
think our Kickin' Ass shirts should be here today.
Oh, the American Barbell Club.
Yeah,
ones.
American Barbell Club made us some shirts we're gonna have, so we'll have them for sale soon. But yeah, it's sick.
It's like us action movie stuff,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we're both holding weapons, like a bazooka and like a machine gun.
There's like bombs in the background.
Oh yeah, it looks like a Michael Bay movie made into a shirt,
Fuck, that's awesome.
which is really cool. Yeah.
We got options, man.
Should be here soon.
We got tons of shit that's gonna be coming out soon.
Yeah, Alpha Drain.
Alpha Drain, Tug Bada was a big one.
Yeah.
that's a real good one.
Tug Bada's a real thing.
I start talking about Tabata. You know, man, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You get some workout. You're just like, I like to do Tug Bada, or I jerk my Laffy Taffy for about 20 seconds.
Get a pole, get it nice and hard. Wait a little
Give
bit.
it 10 seconds.
Give another tug.
Get back at it.
You know, I'm into working out.
It's my cardio. Oh, fuck.
Pop an Alpha Drain, get that Tug Bada routine. I'm pumping, I'm squirting. The old pump and squirt.
That's a t-shirt right there. The old pump and squirt.
The old pump and squirt. Fuck yeah, man.
All right. What do we got coming up? Let's do some coming up stuff. You got some stuff coming. You're wrestling Blackwood, right?
I'm wrestling Kevin Blackwood in Falconer, New York for Southern Tier Wrestling.
Tier, right?
Next
On
weekend.
February 10th.
You're wrestling this weekend.
No, I'm not.
I thought you were wrestling for
The boys are going.
Shadowcat. When's that?
Oh, that's February 17th.
Oh, okay.
That's up in the air right now.
Yeah.
My tag partner is not going to be there. So I don't know what's going to happen. Do you know about that?
No.
Big Dan.
Oh, it's funny. We'll talk about it off air.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, that's funny.
Our first off-air talk. I like it.
Yeah. That is happening at the St. Stan something in Buffalo, New York, on the
Yep.
east side or something. March, we're going to be somewhere.
Yep.
March, I might be at a promotion in Buffalo. The end. That's the end of March, though.
Yeah.
ESW?
Beginning of, yeah.
ESW is May 19th. No, fuck. March
24th.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might
So
be
you
there.
might be there.
I might be there.
Yeah, maybe.
Wink, wink.
Maybe. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't know. Oh, March 1st. Oh, Fanshawe College.
Booyah.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be
And then Excite's the next day,
Smash
too.
there. Excite. And then we're going to Limitless. I probably won't be booked, but
Are you going to go?
yeah.
So, yeah,
yeah.
that's...
Me, Kevin, and Dan are going to Limitless.
was it March 1st? That's Fanshawe College, Smash Wrestling in
Second.
London, Ontario.
Yeah.
March 2nd, Excite Wrestling in
Excite.
Binghamton, New York.
You going to be there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Puff him in the main event.
Oh, you are?
Anyways.
Come on.
I thought you already worked.
I'm in the four-way main
Interview
event for the
talking
championship
about.
match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're managing me, so thanks for remembering.
Well, I was going to be there. I was just making sure you were going to be there.
He's your manager. Just keeping up
That's
on
what
your
I'm,
booking.
I'm trying to ask you.
March...
Make sure you didn't double book yourself.
What was it? March 3rd? That's the Limitless show?
Yeah.
Sweet.
In, I don't know, where is that? Portland, Maine?
Yeah, you guys are driving to
gonna
Portland,
be-
by the way.
Drive. Very cool, though.
Yeah, super cool. Very good for you
When's
guys.
the next Sarnia show? Sarnia's like...
Not
I
for
think
a
it's
while.
I think it's like the next weekend after that, or something like Sarnia and something.
I'm
Like
gone for a
we have to.
Yeah, Andy's
I'll be on tour that whole time.
No, Kevin was just talking about like going from Sarnia to somewhere else, like the next day. Yeah.
nice.
I don't.
Racking
I
up
forget what it is.
Racking up the miles, son.
Yeah, definitely. I'm driving all over the damn place.
Puff lift. You got puff lift coming.
Puff lift is
Since you dropped your phone number on this episode.
I got a new T-shirt coming out sometime. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I need to make a new T-shirt.
Just make a shirt with your number on it.
My phone number.
There's a picture of Puff with his phone number.
A limited run T-shirt of me giving out my phone number, which is now I'm starting to realize it's sinking in. Maybe I shouldn't have done it.
Nope.
But I don't care. No, we'll keep it on
It's
here.
gonna be
keep
great.
it on.
I mean, Kevin Bennett edited his mom off here once, so you can edit it off if you want.
No. Keep it.
The man means what he
I
says.
like to see what happens.
Jesse, you have this weekend.
Wrestle Pro off next weekend. I'll bring it up on my phone. I got some good stuff coming up. Wrestle Pro New Jersey, the 17th of February. Smash Wrestling in Montreal.
Wait, the 17th of February?
Yeah,
Who's all going to that?
it's just me and you. I know so far.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's
maybe-
the 17th.
as the 18th is the Evolve thing.
Oh, interesting.
That's gonna be something.
February 25th is Smash Wrestling.
But if it's Montreal, it's probably closer.
You think?
100%. Like, you'll probably have a closer drive from Montreal
Yeah.
to...
To
Maine.
really?
I think so.
Okay,
Because it's in Maine? Is it in Maine?
Maryland.
Oh, in Maryland?
Maryland.
Yeah, it'll probably be closer.
that'd be good. Okay, that's my February calendar. We got plenty. I'll drop more stuff later.
Yeah, we're going to have more podcasts than this one,
Yeah,
obviously.
we got more Butcher. Oh,
Mouth guardian.
we got more.
Mouth Guardian.
We got more Butcher and Blade matches coming up too. So
Yeah, we do.
we'll keep you in check with the T-shirts, Butcher and Blade matches,
Yeah.
all that good shit.
We
And-
got some stuff coming up too. Like Wes and I are about to drop this thing called PythonStrong.com. We're gonna do
Python Strong.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's gonna be essentially everything that is. I hate saying it this way, but anything that is Andy Williams will be like on there, like sold.
Oh, that's a good way to
on
put it.
there. Like you'll be able to get all information. Anything that is Pythons. We have a really sick Python shirt that's coming out based on an old Hulk Hogan shirt. We're gonna have like actual shirts on there, like actual. It's basically gonna be like we're gonna have a whole bunch of like stuff, but there's gonna be Butcher and Blade stuff that's gonna be for sale on there. There's gonna be Kickin' Ass podcast stuff that's gonna be sold on there. But it's gonna be like a one-stop shop. We're gonna do like an Instagram for it, a Twitter. We're gonna go like all out. So right now we have the domain. We just have to come up with the content. So soon, PythonStrong.com. I feel like I'm just stealing that from someone else. Strong.
No, what?
ABC Strong.
Yeah,
There's like stuff like that, but
Because-
whatever.
I like Python Strong.
Yeah, it's because strong as a goddamn python.
Yeah.
Good. Try
Motherfucker.
to tussle with a fucking python. It'll fucking
Yeah.
slap your dick around.
All right, like that old man.
I don't know what this just popped in my head, but I've been listening. Pumped you fart again?
No, I was doing the old man
yeah.
playing around with his Python.
Kevin went to instantly close the door.
Needing
you
his
were
meat.
doing the old man fucking playing with his nuts.
I don't want to have
Eating
the
his
fart
meat.
gimmick on here.
I've been listening to like a lot of Biohazard lately.
Yeah.
Like I can't stop.
Yeah, they're great.
They have a live in San Francisco album, and he like Evan's always really big on the like motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
he almost like kind of like sings it in
Yeah.
the live. It's fucking great. That
Yeah.
just popped in my head.
I love a lot of live recordings sound terrible.
Yeah,
So like,
but sometimes I like it.
well, that's what I'm getting at. Is like
Yeah,
there's
I
a
mean this one
few-
doesn't sound good.
There's a few that are like, wow, that are fucking awesome. I know like there's an old, if you guys want to watch some really cool footage, there's a really, we mentioned Davidian on the last podcast. There's a really cool old
The Machine Head song,
video
right?
of Machine Head doing Davidian in like 92 at this festival called Walk-In.
Yeah.
I think it was Walk-In Open Air. And there's like 70,000 people freaking the fuck out.
That's fucking awesome.
And they look awesome. They're like all wearing windbreakers.
Oh.
Like Rob Flynn has like braids in his hair.
Yeah.
Like Vinny Stigma from Agnostic Front's in the background freaking out on the side of the stage. Like it is so fucking cool. They're all jumping.
we're
and
gonna
stuff
watch
like
that as soon as we get done here.
It's awesome.
When you were at the show Buffalo, it was Machine Head, VOD, Downset.
Oh yeah, at Showplace Theater.
No, it was at the Ogden Street place. I remember,
real?
Yeah, because it was
I
the same
definitely wasn't at that
same
one.
place I saw
him-
Korn.
I saw him with Il Nino
Oh,
at Showplace Theater.
I think I saw them both because I think at that show I got their like 3-song cassette.
Il Nino.
No, Machine Head.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
And then they played that show with Downset VOD and Neurosis.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the like I remember like I thought I knew what the lineup was going to be, and it was completely different. Downset opened, VOD played second, Neurosis, and then Machine Head headlined.
That's insane.
And I thought it was good. Yeah, I thought it was like, remember we showed up and like Downset was already playing. I was like, holy fuck, like I'm freaking out. Yeah. But I remember Machine Head was like, because like we were like super into hardcore back then, and like Machine Head was kind of like metal.
Yeah.
But they were just, dude, they were so fucking good.
They're
It's
heavy
like,
as hell,
holy
man.
shit. Yeah, it was on.
I have like a cool, like this Rob Flynn story is awesome. So like I like loved Machine Head growing up. The first 2 records are like 2 perfect records, and then they kind of like fell off for me.
Yeah.
Until recently, and then I started liking them. They actually just came out with a new record 2 weeks ago.
They also wear Kim Kyla stuff head to toe. Anyways.
So yeah, like right when they like first started, they were like one of my favorites, and Rob Flynn's guitar tone has always been like one of my favorite guitar tones.
Yeah.
So randomly, I get introduced to him by a publicist that we had the same publicist at one point in time, and she takes me up to Rob Flynn. She's like, "Hey Rob, I really want you to introduce this to one of my clients. This is Andy from Every Time I Die, blah blah." And he just couldn't care less. Like, He was just like, "Hey, what's up?"
That sucks.
And just like walks away. I was like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
But then, like Phil Demmel, who played guitar in Violence with Rob Flynn before Machine Head, had just joined Machine Head at this time.
Okay.
She introduced me to him. He was cool as fuck. Sat with me, like talked to me, and like when I was a kid, I loved Violence. So like, Phil Demmel, sick, right? Rob Flynn, it just seemed like he had other things that he wanted to like. He just didn't want to sit there and talk to like some wiener, right?
Yeah.
So years later, I get this like random text that says, "Hey man, it's Rob Flynn. I just want you to know that like I know we like met before. Yeah, I never understood your band, and then finally like got it.
Oh wow.
Like then he like whatever record was out at that time.
It was a super cool text.
He was like, I just got this record. And
Yeah.
I can't even believe I slept on your band. Like, you guys are amazing, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like, oh, shit, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm going to come see you guys play at this show, blah, blah. So I remember this show. It was like, we were in California somewhere. It was on the Sounds the Underground tour. It's like an arena setting where we were playing, and it's super dark backstage, and I'm changing my strings with like a lamp,
Like a light, yeah.
little like hand like flashlight, and this dude comes up to me, and my eyesight in that lighting is just not good at all. So this dude comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey Andy, what's up, man?" And I look, and it looks like my friend Scandalous Eric. So I'm like looking at him,
Great
Eric
name.
Scandalous.
Yeah, great name.
So I'm looking at him, and I go, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, I live here. And I was like, "No, you don't. You're from Boston. You don't live here." And he's like, I've never lived in Boston in my life. And I'm like, "Dude, stop lying to me, Eric. I know it's you." He's like, "My name's Rob. It's not Eric." And I was like, "Oh shit, you're Rob Flynn." So then
They're not Scandalous Eric.
yeah, and he gives me he gives me a hug and stuff like that. We like talk shit, blah blah, and like ever since then have been pretty. Like, I would say he's a friend. You know what I mean? At this point in time,
Yeah.
But he stood next to my amp and was like freaking out while we were playing, and I kept looking back, being like, this is insane."
Yeah, this is unreal.
Like 2 times in my there's been 2 times in my career of playing guitar that have freaked me the fuck out, and Rob Flynn being around when we play is one of them. And then 2, we played some festival in Germany with a bunch of power metal bands. Every band sounded like Iron Maiden. There was this band called Gravedigger that played, and literally the Grim Reaper was their keyboard player. A guy dressed like the Grim Reaper. Keyboard. They played right after us. Not one person gave a shit about us in the crowd. There's probably about 1,000, 1,200, 2,000
Yeah.
people maybe there. nobody gave a shit. But the whole time we played, Max Cavalera from Sepultura was standing right next to me.
Yeah, that story's.
Like him and his like wife were just sitting in this like box right next to my amp, and I was like,
And then they
freaking out.
He put you over while they
the
played,
best.
right?
So like Soulfly is on the show. They play or whatever, and fucking he walks away. So he has this kid playing drums for him at the time, and they do this like weird like drum and bass thing where like the drummer's playing like some crazy beat, the bass player's like playing with them, and Max like goes away, and it's basically like a wardrobe change. He comes back out wearing an Every Time I Die Chaos Reigns shirt, and then goes into this like spiel about how everyone here is like missing the boat on our band, how everybody needs to listen to Every Time I Die.
That's insane.
They're like a huge inspiration to him and the guys, blah blah. And then he goes, these 3 songs are for them, and then they played like Resist, Territory, and then Roots. And it was like played those 3 songs, and I remember I was wearing overalls, and I had like the inside joke about me on tour is that I have at all times I have about $15 of change in my pocket.
Yeah.
So I have all this shit. I'm just like I'm just dumping it all out, and I'm like I'm diving
because you're a stage dive, right?
diving
Yeah.
for sure. Like I'm doing it. There is a 15 to 20 foot gap between the stage and the fence, and I'm doing this, and Steve Mitchell is like sitting next to me, and he's like, hey man, hey listen, you're like 38. Like first thing that comes out of his mouth, you're 38. I'm like, I got this.
Bad knees, brother.
I can fucking do this. I can do this. He's like, you have the worst knees out of anyone I know. I got this, man. I got this. It's like, that is like the longest gap I've ever seen. You have no chance of hitting the crowd. And I go, damn it. And I just start putting it all back in my pockets or whatever like that. Like, never made the dive. That was like one of the things I remember getting. I got like misty-eyed, like teary-eyed, like playing like 3 of my favorite like metal songs of all time. And they put it out to our band. Like, it was like the coolest thing in the world.
You had no idea they were going to do that,
no
too,
idea,
right?
man.
That's fucking unreal.
No fucking idea. It was so cool. That's it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Guys, we covered a lot of topics.
Yeah. It was good.
Can I throw something out there?
Sure,
Please.
Puff.
Something I feel like I never hear you talk about.
We're so
And I was just looking at, like, you're covered in tattoos. I never hear any stories about any of your tattoos besides the Mikey Every Night one.
I hate tattoos.
Oh, you don't? You do?
I hate them.
I was looking at
okay.
there was one on your arm. Sorry. Yeah.
Like, I'm not like you know, like those people that like
everyone's got a story and shit like
real
that.
heartfelt.
Like, I mean,
the worst thing in the world is like when you get a guy and it's like you look at a tattoo and it's like a fucking, let's say like a lion with some shit in the background,
Yeah.
something like that, and like this lion represents my dad, and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
like sunset is this and that. It's just like, dude, it's a fucking tattoo. Like you went into some like place. And some guy that doesn't give a fuck about it drew it on your fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
he just looked at the money and he did it like that. And it's an art piece and it looks cool, but like in 30 years, he's not going to be like, oh, you know, this one time I did this really cool.
I did this really cool lion on this guy
fucking
who represented his dad.
Unless you did it for like The Rock or something.
Yeah,
You know what
I mean, like
you might,
something like that. But it's like, and that I know that like we have like Kevin Blackwood's like our friend and he does tattoos, and maybe I'm just overlooking it. I have a ton of friends who do tattoos and stuff like that, and maybe I'm overlooking shit. You know what I mean? Where maybe you do think about that lion like fucking, you know, in the past. Most times, if they do a really good tattoo, they'll take a picture and they'll document it. Blah, blah,
Put it
blah.
on their Instagram.
But I don't think they're like going like, oh, this was a really cool one. It meant this about his dad and like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't have tattoos that like my tattoos that I have that are like jokes mean more to me than like
sentimental
some sentimental
stuff.
one. Like, you know what I mean? Like Eric Foster is a tattooer in Buffalo that I've known since we were kids. You know what I mean? He was a man because he's like a little older than me, but like I have his
Eric Foster.
Yeah,
I might be related to him.
Really?
I have Fosters in my family on my mom's side. Yeah.
Nice. It's Eric with a CH. I think. Yeah. But anyways, he like owns like Rise Above Tattoo in Buffalo, like is probably one of the more successful tattooers in Buffalo. He's a fucking insane tattooer. He's great.
Yeah.
I have his first 2 tattoos. So like those mean they look like shit.
Yeah.
But those mean something to me because, like, I literally gave my arm and my leg to my friend and said, like, go ahead. You know what I mean? So that, like, regardless if they look good or bad, every time I see him, he's like, dude, can I please, like, just let me please just touch those up.
Yeah.
Do something, you know what I
You
mean?
just say no?
Fuck no, man. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Those mean something to me. You know what I mean? I have, like, my last name tattooed on my knuckles. Like, that means something to me because it's my last name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my immediate family.
Like, I was looking at the one on your arm of, like, a girl getting sacrificed to the devil or something like that.
That one's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I just thought it was super cool. I didn't know.
It's a rag doll sacrificing a woman. But
Okay.
that was it's a skateboard graphic by my favorite skateboarder of all time, this dude named Ray Barbie, and all of his like skateboards had like this rag doll on it, and this was one that got turned away. So like he was gonna have that on the thing, and they were like,
And
"Yeah,
they
we
didn't
can't
let
have
him?
that." Yeah.
Okay.
And I showed him once, and he was like, "Oh my god, that's the one, man! It's the one that like,
Oh, really?
never got
That's
put on."
cool.
Yeah. That was like pretty rad.
That was a big deal for me. Was you and Jordan were on like a tattoo show on Fuse. We
Yeah.
had like talk about your tattoos.
Yeah.
But like at this time, it was like kind of like the Shit Happens DVD.
Yeah.
Like stuff sucked for me in Cincinnati by myself.
Yeah.
And like I had cable and I had like Fuse was like a channel where I could like keep up with stuff music wise, and like seeing you guys on there all the time. Like I remember they interviewed you guys on Warped Tour once and like a whole bunch of shit. But like they would replay that tattoo show and I'd always get psyched seeing you guys on there. So you talked about like your Hellraiser tattoo and like told
dad
like
throwing up.
told like backyard wrestling stories and shit. And, like,
Yeah, like that was like the Hellraiser tattoo I have in my stomach. It sucks. Like tiny on a man that's like giant. You know what I mean? So like it looks like really little and shitty. It looks like Punk's fucking straight edge tattoo.
Yeah.
Like just real tiny and weak. And it was literally like everyone's like, "Oh man, like are you a Hellraiser?" I'm like, "No, not really. Like I don't drink or do anything. I don't like, go out to bars or anything like that." Like the joke is that when I was a kid, one of my like favorite memories is like me and my dad watching Hellraiser together. He made a fried bologna sandwich with fucking onions. He sits down, he starts eating it, and then like they start stripping that dude's skin. And my dad literally threw up all over the table. So I was like, that's one of my favorite memories, like watching Hellraiser. I got Hellraiser tattooed across my stomach. It's my third tattoo. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. Like that's, like stupid shit like that. It was just like, I don't know. I got my hands tattooed. I was living in Dallas. We were on Warped Tour 2008. A bunch of bullshit in my life kind of like came down at that time. We toured for like fucking 2 years straight. Like had no time off. And then we were like the looming time of like, well, we have to write a record and like you have all this time off. So at the end of the tour, I like didn't know what to do. I was like, fuck, I'm going into like 6 months off. I've never had 6 months off in my life. Started freaking out. And Oliver Peck from Ink Master was on the tour at the time, and he goes, well, come to Dallas. And I was like, okay. So I got in the RV, went to Dallas, Texas, and stayed in Dallas, Texas for a year with him. And like every single time someone was like canceled on him, which is insane to think about, someone like canceling on a dude like that, he would just hit me up at the house and be like, hey man, you want to get tattooed? Yeah, sure, come in, like get tattooed. And I was like, I was never gonna get my hands tattooed, but I was like freaking out and like almost got my head tattooed.
Yes.
And didn't. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm so glad. And like every day I look at my hands, I'm like, God damn it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want these. I never really wanted my hands tattooed, but I was just like freaking out. I had nothing to do, and I like purposely kind of yes manned myself and like never said no. So like if he came up with something and was like, hey man, let's go to London.
Was that like right when the movie Yes Man came out?
I have no idea. But it was
that would be a cool
same
story.
situation
Like,
where like I was like, I'm not gonna say no to anything. You know what I mean? Like so if something comes thrown at me, I'm gonna
in
go.
the 6 month period you were
where I was like freaking out.
Very ballsy.
And that there was like things where like it wasn't like I'm not made of money. You know what I mean? Like money to me is like anyone else. Like I have a bank account, but like it it varies because of how I live, my touring. You know what I mean? So like I don't know.
Free
at that
tattoos.
time, I shouldn't have been going, hey, do you want to go to London on a week's notice? Sure. I'll drop $1,800 on a ticket like, to leave in a week to London. And I went to London for like a week and a half. You know what I mean? So that whole time was just like getting tattooed, making horrible decisions where like, you know, Oliver's like, you should get your hands tattooed. Like, sure. Like, boom, got down. And like, he was like, well, you got any ideas? I was like, well, I kind of like, you know, life starts with a fucking woman and ends with a reaper. And he was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Right on the hands.
And that's where I got it. And I went bowling that day. I got him done and went bowling that night. With Oliver. Oliver was like, yeah, sure.
Well, let's go bowling.
You're okay.
Let's go bowling.
Who, I remember the one interview, because you guys did the Fuse tattoo show.
Yeah.
And then the one interview from Warped Tour. Who was like one of your guys' first buddies from Fall Out Boy?
Oh, it was
remember-
probably either Hurley. Hurley used to tour with us. The drummer used to tour with us.
Is it? I just remember the chick. It was all. I think it was all of you guys.
Yeah.
And the chick asked something, and like Jordan just like out of nowhere, like it really was like pretty off subject, and he was just like, "Yeah, you know, I'm good friends with Hurley from Fall Out Boy," and he kept going on and on and on, and at the end he was like, "Oh, Hurley, quit texting me," and you can tell the chick was like,
Yeah.
She just like totally threw. It was so
Yeah.
funny, dude. I
probably was
propped
Jordan,
her.
yeah.
It was Jordan 100%.
Yeah.
It popped me real hard.
Or it was probably Pete Wentz or Hurley. But Hurley used to tour
I would
with
remember it
us.
if it was Pete.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was probably Hurley. But
Yeah.
Jordan, it was pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good rib.
Yeah, like the tattoos just I never talk about them. So like that's why like recently I've been thinking about like I have like bear on my back and bear on my like ribs. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta get those like taken care of. But I'm like literally like I'll text Kevin and be like, hey, do you have anything for like my upper shoulders? Mm-hmm. And then Kev will be like, I'll come up with something.
No.
This is the area you have to work with. Okay, cool.
Make it
And
happen.
then next thing you know, it's like, that's how fucking Brock Lesnar gets meat hooks with like hands
Yeah.
cut off.
What is what does this tramp stamp say? Kill them all.
No,
right?
kill them all.
Yeah.
Which is sick. I might
Brock
actually get
Lesnar?
that.
Yeah, it's
I may
a
actually
super
get
tiny
that.
tramp stamp. It says kill them all.
May actually get that. I do need a tramp stamp.
That's like a real big, like Lance Archer has one.
Yeah.
A lot of the like Southern Brothers. That's like a
yeah.
thing down south. A lot of Southern Brothers have tramp
Matt
stamps.
Pike, the guitar player, singer of High on Fire and Sleep. Like he has like a tramp stamp of like a bird like there, and like I remember
flying?
like we shared a bus with them. We shared a bus with High on Fire. That was a pretty cool moment. Like our bunks were right next to each other, and I remember like texting like people like the first night being like, Matt Pike is like literally a foot away from my face right now. Like one of my guitar idols is like right there. And then I remember him taking his shirt off, and we were all like just all right there, like,
Yeah.
wow.
There it is. I'm not gonna lie. When chicks first started getting like the tribal tramp stamps, I was real into them. Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. I remember that fad of like the thong sticking out the back of the
Oh,
pants.
the Lita?
The whale tail, they call it. That's like
Oh.
an actual thing. I actually bought a porno called Whale Tail. And it was just like a compilation of like girls who had those. Like it started with them.
Yeah, that's where it all starts.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Guys, we just this is my favorite shit. Just us bullshit.
Yeah. It was a good one.
Yeah, I figured like we never talked about tattoos. Like,
Yeah, but it's
you
not
don't have
like,
any tattoos, do you?
No.
No.
It's not
You
like
ever
a
thought
big.
about a good one? No, sorry.
Yeah, but it's like if I have like the stuff I've thought about getting, if I had that right now, I'd want to jump off a roof.
Really?
Like it's like I had a nightmare less than a couple years ago that I woke up and I was like covered in tattoos and I was like, oh my god, I fucking hate these. And then like like you wake up and you're like, oh, it was just a dream. Like I did that like 3 times, but I kept waking up like in the dream and being like, no, they're real. I really have all these tattoos.
Oh, fuck.
And it happened like 4. And then I finally woke up and it was like, oh my god, no, that's not real. I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever get one.
I remember my first tattoo idea though.
What was it?
But it was like, so like when you're a kid, like when I was a kid, I was like thinking about it and like, so there's a bunch of things, right? So like I always talk about the Biohazard video where like me working out was always like this last guy in the punishment video. There's like a lineup of all these like sketchy looking
They're
dudes.
walking on the bridge.
No. There's like a lineup of like sketchy dudes. The last guy is just big and has a huge chest and a big gut, but his chest is so big that it's like over his gut. So I was like, well, achieve that. 'Cause then I don't
Get
have
there.
to worry about anything. Like just have a chest that's bigger than my belly. 2 was like, tattoos that are like cut like this will always make it look like you have a chest.
Yeah, like you're cut.
Yeah.
Super smart.
Right? So like then I remember like seeing like Nikki Sixx, and like Nikki Sixx had that, like where it came down like this. And if you look, like my chest is definitely like that. But like it's because it's like conscious of like, oh yeah, I gotta do that because then it looks like I have a chest. Blah, 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 right? So yeah, that was that. So my first tattoo idea that I wanted to get was just on my back. And it's funny because fucking Sandman literally got it. Was just gonna be my head with like a bullet hole, like just shot through the head.
Oh shit!
On my back.
That's cool.
Like a huge picture of my
yourself,
face,
real big,
just with a bullet hole through. It's like it's. And I was,
Eyes open or closed?
oh, just dead, like
Okay.
like that. And then if you look at the inside of Sandman's arm,
Yeah,
he
he's got.
legit has
Yeah,
that.
With the bullet hole?
that's what he raises the cane
Yeah,
with.
it's me with a bullet
Oh, it's
hole.
you.
Yeah.
He tattooed your
Yeah.
face on his arm.
Yeah.
I almost got the chemo, the fucking tribals across the back that wrap into the front.
Okay.
Like I was literally like days away from going with my dad, and then I was
Wow.
like,
Shit.
I'm not gonna go. Yeah, like if I had tribals wrapped around my back right now and my shoulders, I wouldn't be,
You know,
I
you would
wouldn't
have
be
been on
to it.
SmackDown 2005 for sure.
Probably would have done way better. You're
You
right.
and Tomko would have been like a tag team.
I've never thought of anything like that. I always think of stupid ideas. Like, I was talking to Ricky Shane Page about this when I had him try Loganberry for the first time.
Yeah.
Which, I went to Ted's earlier, and they have a Loganberry milkshake.
Yeah. It's really good.
It took everything in my body not to order that.
Refeed
Yeah.
Big Puff.
It's good.
That's what I'll get.
Yeah.
But the Aunt Rosie's Loganberry, a can of it just on my arm or something, was one of my ideas.
You got Dr.
Oh,
Pepper.
yeah. Yeah.
Brother's got Dr. Pepper in his arm.
Yeah.
Like the colors of that and the logo is so cool to
Yeah.
me. And then, of course, the Frank Reynolds Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah.
Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Yeah.
or just the Trash Man.
Yeah.
But I like his like Andy Warhol
Yeah.
character on Goga Blogian.
Yeah.
Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
Yeah.
Just all four of those on my thigh.
Yeah. I
rum hand.
almost got Bill Murray from Kingpin, like holding the bowling ball with like his side, like with his
fuck
comb
yeah.
over, like
Yeah,
freaking
fuck
out
yeah.
on my ribs. I probably still will because I got the time there, but
Yes,
you got to get the right guy
I still back that. 100%.
to do that.
I'm debating on the Royal Rumble tattoo because my pick won. And it was my
You gotta
lucky
get it.
number.
You gotta get it.
From Kevin.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Like,
You can do
I
something
picked
super
14,
small.
and like, because 14's always been my
Kevin
lucky
backs
number. And then he fucking won. It
Yeah.
like blew me away.
Yeah. Just get the word 14 on it. Get number 14 on you.
In
Like on the
Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Just like
Shinsuke.
on the back of your neck or something, you know?
Yeah. I like, if I ever did get a tattoo, I don't want it to be anywhere that anyone would see.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking like upper thigh or something.
I'll tell you what, that's like the biggest like
No.
wimp tattoo in the world. Like I remember we hung with this dude like growing up. Like
I mean, I'll
so,
never
like,
get a tattoo, I don't think.
Yeah.
Just talking
all
here.
of our
It's all
dudes
talk.
that like we used to like go to hardcore shows with and stuff like that. Like our NT posse was like pretty sketchy. Like just all of us out here just did real dumb stuff. We were always fighting and stuff like that. And like this one dude used to come around all the time. His name was Aaron something.
Hollywood Bar.
I can't remember. Yeah, Hollywood Jabron. I can't remember his fucking last name though, but his name is Mark something, and we were all getting tattoos and stuff like. Or it wasn't Mark. What did I
Aaron.
just
you
say?
said
Aaron. Yeah.
No, okay, I was gonna say, was it actually Hollywood
Yeah,
Bar?
it was Aaron, and we were all getting tattoos and stuff like that. Like 16, I had my first tattoo.
Yeah.
And then this one day, but I had it like my first tattoo was like on my forearm, like. But you know what I mean, like
straight up.
yeah, just right on your forearm. You're
Somewhere
not
you
trying
can
to
see it.
hide shit. You're just like, well, this is life. You know what I mean? Now this is like it. Now where do I get it now? You know what I mean? And I remember this dude coming in. He's like, guys, I got tattooed yesterday. And we were like, oh, really? So we're like looking at his arms and stuff like
where
that.
is
Blah,
it?
blah. Dude, he
Pulls his all the way up.
and it was a scorpion on his thigh. That was
Fuck, man.
like, dude, it
Really?
was. I like
I wasn't thinking anything small. Like
2 pennies,
Really?
like
That
stacked on,
small?
like yeah, just a tiniest little thing, and we were all like,
I got tattooed.
cool, man. But like that's the thing, like in my head, when I think about tattoos, I don't think about like cool shit. Like I think about that, like I don't have like a fucking. I don't have a scorpion tattoo.
You should get,
I need a
that
sick
one.
scorpion tattoo.
The little one.
Yeah, I need a sick scorpion. I need a Black Widow tattoo. Real trash.
I mean, you have the elbow.
Yeah.
Webs.
Yeah. That's another one. Like I have a Hell Diver tattooed like here. Like Oliver did that. We were going 75 in an RV.
And did that
And
in
he
the car?
did that. Like while we were driving, like swerving everywhere, and fucking Oliver like did that. Like that tattoo will always be the coolest thing in the world to me.
Yeah.
You know? It's not like the best, but it's fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it 75 miles an
Real
hour.
quick, my dad had the best, like, drunken 60s, 70s tattoo. Just on his arm, it was like a skull. But, I mean, it looked like a little kid drew it. It's just like a line of a skull, and the skull had, like, a crack in it.
Oh, really?
And there might have been a snake, but there's no way there was that much detail. It was just, like, this crappy skull. And, like, now he got it covered up. He got this, like, super
really?
detailed, like, lion head for no reason, like, over it. I was like, man, that fucking skull was so awesome.
Your dad
Like,
is the guy who was talking about getting the lion to represent his dad.
yeah, pretty much.
But that's the thing. Like, I love those shitty tattoos. When I see, like old dudes' tattoos of like wizards and stuff like
Yeah.
that, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like,
That looks
they
sick.
always look cool as fuck.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
blown out and shot.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's so cool.
Because you gave me the idea when they gave me the name Braxton for Braxton the Blade, the old school like sailor, like old school dagger, like
Yeah.
going. That my grandfather had that like right on his forearm,
Yeah.
with like the skin going over it and going
Yeah.
through. It was fucking awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, the best.
Cool as hell.
All right, guys, we put some time in. I think
Yeah, we did.
Kev, you said you had to be somewhere. I forgot to.
Yeah, in a little bit.
Okay, cool. Hey guys, you want to give? Yeah, Puff,
go.
Puff,
You go.
Puff, man. Come on, dude. You know the
Let me tell
closing
you
line?
something. I do know.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. I gave you my phone number.
Again.
I'll give it to you again.
No, don't.
716-807-7985.
Shit, man.
The heat's in the ring, brother.
Heats in the ring, guys. See you next week.